Yo, what's up? What's up? How y'all doing? Doing that
What's
intro,
going
bro?
on? JT,
JT,
Richard,
what's up? What's
what's
up?
going up? I don't even know how to say Donix. Is that it? Donix?
Oh yeah. I guess
What's going
I
on?
guess it would be that. Well, welcome to another Taking High Ground Live, y'all. We are happy to be here. Another Friday. Uh, a lot of interesting things to talk about. I think Dylan has an interesting topic, so we can't wait to get into it. Make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already. So let's go, bro.
So, have you picked up anything? I don't know.
No, not this week. But yeah, how about you?
So I have picked up some stuff, and there was something supposed to come.
Uh huh.
It was supposed to come yesterday and didn't come.
They didn't make it.
No. But I did pick this up, and this is purely because of the community here. Like y'all just kept talking about it, kept talking about it. So then I was kind of forced to make this purchase.
Yeah.
It's a PSA 10 laser
Look at that
or
laser. Look at that laser.
so I'm gonna have to admit, you know how like I like to eat my words, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's or what or because it's a PS, it's slabbed. I mean, cards look nicer when they're slabbed,
Uh-huh.
but I'm actually liking this card a lot. It
Bro.
actually looks a
It's
lot
beautiful
better.
unslabbed too, bro. It's
I
just
don't know. It's just
it's a
slabbed.
beautiful
It just looks nice, and I don't know. I might
famous
be
for
changing my
stuff.
mind. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna overtake cracked ice, but
Inky, what's up? What's
I do
up?
like it. I do like it. I've changed a little bit.
Wait, what was your first Fortnite packs?
You know, as I was saying, which series? So you get Series 3, Series 2.
No suspicious stains on Wukong.
So if you guys don't know,
shout,
Richard got the PSA 3. Shout
shout
out
out
to
to the
THD,
community.
you know.
Dill gonna say we taking this too far like me or Dylan did it. No, it wasn't us.
He said, why would you buy a laser? So, I mean, the reason I got the laser is because no one bid on it, and it was a 10, and y'all keep talking about, like, how hard they are to 10. So I was like, I might as well grab an aura while I can,
Yeah.
just in case I can't
You
get
gotta
them.
have an aura for sure. That's one that
I
you
mean, I already
have to
have
have.
cracked eyes. I'm gonna be getting more auras
Mhm.
eventually. Um, but I do have to say, I do like it in person a lot more than
Yeah,
I
nah.
thought. I almost bid on that case. So if you guys are in the Facebook group, they're doing a charity to help a
Yes.
family who needs help with doctor bills for
Mhm.
their child. So if you are in the Facebook group, please consider donating by buying some cards from
Mhm.
that lot. Um, I just wanted to just mention that real quick.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I was looking at. I'm probably gonna put some money into one of them. I don't know
Mhm.
which one yet.
Yeah.
Which one of the raffles?
Yeah. It's a
I
by the way, it's not they're great raffles by the way.
Yeah,
Like
they're really good.
yeah.
So like I was on the fence about doing the laser one.
Yeah.
I saw there's 4 spots left. I was like, I should just close this out. I
Yeah.
go on there and Wayne just like
Wayne
read
just
my
closed
mind.
it.
He closed it out. He bought all four, and that's what I was
Yeah.
gonna do. So then I was like, dang, what am I gonna buy now? Because I know I'm not gonna win anything, but it's more
Mhm.
about the
About
donation.
the
I'm really
donation.
bad
Yeah.
luck, but I was like,
Yeah.
if I can buy four of the eight
Yeah.
slots, I mean that'd be good. But it didn't work out that way. Prototype laser. There are, you know what? There are lasers to the not the prototypes. I know y'all joking, but there are lasers to the promo sets for Series 3, and
Yeah.
they're UK exclusives. We didn't get them in the USA,
Mhm. Mhm.
so that might be an interesting play,
For
especially if these
sure.
do keep rising to the top. I
Mhm.
mean, I would put like Chaos Agent like front of my list for that.
Yep.
Um,
Agreed.
Actually, I should reach out and see if there's any still available.
Yeah, like I that's one I definitely want to have that promo set in my collection. I think them doing it as laser was probably one of the smarter things that they have done when it came to the Italy print over the past couple years for sure.
Yeah, I mean, what gave that a PSA 3? Was it that bad? I didn't
Yeah.
look at the card.
Navoku, I got you. Listen, I got you. I already told you the ones I'm gonna send you. We'll get you well equipped for sure.
Welcome to the
It's
hobby.
yes.
Are you a Is he a Fortniter?
Yes, see, this is the 3D renderer. So
Oh, okay,
this,
okay, okay,
yeah.
sweet.
So uh this is it feels intricate at first, but once you understand the simplicity of it, is
Well, there's no wrong way to do it.
right,
So, like,
right.
it may just do what you like, collect what you like, buy what you like.
So his favorite skins is I always forget the one name, but it's Lynx, and then it's that dang, I can't never remember that Devil Girl in series 2. What is that?
Which one?
It's I'm gonna get it. I actually I screenshotted it for him so I can
Daniel, what's
remember it.
up? What's up?
Let me see.
What
But
you guys
yeah,
talking
so
about? Dynamo Hollow?
Malice. So his favorite his
Oh,
PC
you can
cards,
get it.
yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
There's like a couple cracked ice malice on eBay
Yeah. Yeah.
for like a
So
10 too.
I told him I'll send him a care package, get him
Mm-hmm.
started. And then after that, once you see the cards and then you'll understand it a little bit more.
Are you
But
sending him like a graded one?
yeah, I'm looking at the list and like you said, it's a lot of them out there cheap. So I got them for sure.
Okay, okay. Because like I feel like once you see a graded card, like
It changes everything.
graded, I don't know why, but it's just like it
Yeah.
makes it more real. Like you can't
Yeah.
just throw this away, but like a
No.
card, paper, you can just get rid of.
Yeah, like
Um,
even when I remember when I first got back into the hobby, like because when I started collecting back in like 2003, 2004 when LeBron Wade, Melo started
mhm.
coming in the league. So when I came back and like BGS and PSA was a thing, I remember the first 3 weeks, I'm like, what would it even feel like to have a graded card? So that is a major thing for sure. Once you get a graded card, a slab card in your hand, it's different.
Yeah, I have sent 83 cards to PSA,
Good
so I'm
submission.
excited about that. They started to ship my ticket back to me,
Hmm.
ungraded, of course. And then
You love that.
I have 6 cards at SGC.
Hmm.
The 6 cards are the Batman cards, so those ones
Yeah.
I'm excited about. And I didn't
Did,
send all different 8. I kind of went
yeah.
for the ones I liked a lot.
Did you hear anything back from PSA when it came to that? Because you sent a message, right?
Yeah, I had sent a message. Are you talking about for like the Batman cards?
Hmm.
No, they have not
Yeah.
answered me on the Batman cards.
Yeah. I think that's definitely ones. I mean, I'll buckle down and do actually see if PSA ends up not saying anything. I'm just waiting for somebody to swing first, but I might be the one to swing, especially because
And send them to PSA.
yeah, because I have 3 sets. Well, more like I have 3 sets, so I'm like I'll swing one there, and if they
Hmm.
deny it, then we'll know, and then I'll just send it to SGC. But you know me, I do want it in my PSA slab though. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, yeah, I could care less. I mean, I don't know how valuable they're gonna become. I just want them slabbed.
No, I
And I
just
like.
by the way, that is a good transition. We might as well start there. PSA has made some changes just overall. So now any submission that you do, no matter which level, you get an actual scan. So they're trying to prevent from, scams and all of that type of stuff. But they also show that they also specifically said they did it so you can post your cards easier, show them on Instagram. So as soon as you do a submission, usually it was at, I can't remember what value it was at, but I think it was at expressing up that you got uh to scan with, but now it's with
Hmm.
every single submission. So I think that's extremely important. I use this submission all the time, whether we're doing a video or anything like that. I'll usually go and look up the certification number, use that scan, and kind of go about that way. So I think
Oh,
that's great.
I just steal the image and I Photoshop it.
Yeah, I'm not. It's especially when it's right there. It's already PNG. It's like, yo, take that, and then also it connects. It immediately. I don't know how many people do the set registry,
Hmm.
but now it pops up automatically. You used to have to put your own scan into the set registry, but now they actually apply that for you. So I think that was a great update for PSA. Especially with that's my favorite grading company overall, besides the hiccups. But
So
yeah.
one thing that for PSA is I really wish. I don't know about wish, but what I like about SGC is the pristine.
Mhm.
Same thing with BGS. I like chasing something that's super hard to get,
Yeah.
and I do feel like the tens, besides the lasers that y'all are talking about, are pretty easy to get at PSA
I
for the
don't
most
agree with
part.
that. I think they have hiccups. I think that they let some things get past them that's crazy sometimes.
But I'm
But
just saying they don't have that like that pristine chase. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, I mean, and I get what you mean, especially for the specific type of collection you want. I
Hmm.
definitely get that. So I get that for collectors that want pristine, because I definitely want one too. If I had to pick, mine would be BGS, but it probably would be SGC now, just based off the BGS business.
I'm probably in the minority for the SGC pristine
I
because the
don't
fact
think so.
that
Yeah.
I mean, I know everyone loves BGS Black Label Pristine. Like
Yeah,
everybody
yeah,
loves that.
yeah.
But like that's the only thing that the people want from BGS. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It's like everything else is going down. Like no one's not as many people are submitting to them unless they
Hmm.
want that BGS
Right,
Pristine. So
right.
that's kind of like meh. You know, like
Yeah,
SGC, I don't mind if I get a 10 too. So
right.
oh, that's what's up. Congrats, man.
Yeah,
Oh, you
you
did
and
not qual. My bad. I thought you said you did qual.
but you got in the challenger tournament. At least you got in the challenger tournament. Black Ash had a great week as well. That is no that is no light feat at all. So I hope I guess I'll
He got
get
23rd, right? Him and his duo partner
23rd,
got
bro.
23rd in the what is it?
Contender that
The,
like to go, yeah,
yeah,
to
the
go,
contender
yeah.
tournament, and so
Mm-hmm.
he plays tonight.
Yep.
He
Yep.
plays tonight, so I'm hoping that's why he doesn't show up to the shows a lot. He's
Yeah.
always grinding.
Yeah.
So let's hope that he does well in that.
He is a hair away from a pro. So like hopefully, and if y'all don't know the way it works for esports, soon as you make $1, you make $1, you are a pro. People may not respect you too high, but for you and your bragging rights, if you make $1 from competing, you are a pro. So hopefully whether is what did you say, Dylan? Is Donit Doncic? How would you say that? Donic? I don't know. How would you say it?
I said Donix, but
Let's go with that. We'll go with that.
I
And
can't read. If you ask my family, I can't read.
he could
So
correct us. He could correct us after that. Donix. But hopefully you continue to do well. We'll love to see somebody that we know in the card community eventually compete. That'll
Daniel,
be
are
crazy.
you a fan of Scented, Daniel? I have Don Sick. Okay. I have my
Doncic, got
binder
you.
is sent. I think Scented signed my binder. I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, you
I
got a
think.
scented. Is you are Black Ash has a scented.
I'll have to check my binder. Let me look real
So
quick. It's right here.
I felt bad because when they was doing the autos, I skipped scented to get to Booga because the time was going up. So yeah, I skipped scented, not on purpose, by the way. It's just that the time was going down. I had to get Booga first. So
So
yeah,
here's my binder. There you can see Scented right under the
yeah,
thing. So I'm just gonna every time we go to a FNCS, I'm going to get this
yeah,
filled up. And you guys know that I don't follow the gamers that much,
yeah.
but it just has a collectible.
By the
Um,
way, for the community, if you do want to know more about the pro side or the storylines of these things, and the reason why me and Dylan may bring up clicks or a Booga sometimes, Aussie Antics, I'll leave the link in the bio after. But Aussie Antics did he did pretty much like a small documentary on clicks and how his rise was. So if you want to see a little inside of that, it was amazing. So definitely watch that if you get a chance. Your boy,
no,
what's up?
no problem, Warfighter. I hope they get to you safely. I can't. I don't think they made it yet, right? I sold some stuff to some of the people in here probably.
Mhm. So we'll probably go wait for it to go deep into this, but what did you think of the new Ace skin and what did you think of like the most wanted rollout?
So I've been working like crazy
Yeah,
lately, and so I only got to play it once,
yeah.
and only for like I think I've only played 2 matches
Hmm.
since it's come out.
Yeah.
So I like the weapons and stuff like that. It gave me Chapter 2, Season 2
Hmm.
feels,
Hmm.
and so I'm excited. I'm hopefully this is building up
Yeah.
for a major Season 2. Like I hope this isn't it. Like it's a good
Right.
theme. It
Right.
deserves a whole season,
Hmm.
not just 2 weeks, in my
Hmm.
opinion.
And I know people not gonna like this, but it was some very interesting skins featured in this.
Mhm.
And the reason why so Ace is a skin that because Wildcard was so popular, and then it was the one that came out that you liked, the female skin with the ponytail, the Wildcard lookalike. I can't
Oh,
remember what her
okay.
name is. Yeah, so
Mhm.
either way, Ace was kind of put on the back burner for a while. Even when she released originally as a starter pack, she never really had that moment. But this skin, bro, this cold-blooded, gold-blooded Ace is that skin is absolutely amazing. Um, I think they did very well with showing the skins that's under the heist category. Like, so there's a whole heist team, there's a whole bunch of skins that's under heist, and a lot of them is in series 1, series 2, and series 3. So I think that's very dope. But that's probably one of my favorite skins that came out in a very long time. The colorway. I like the A skin in general, but I never will wear the A skin for the most part. But that one is dope. That
No, I
one
mean, I
I
think the
like
whole
that a
thing
lot.
is cool. The new
Yeah,
weapons, it does like JT said, it feels like a whole new season,
yeah.
and it's like it's like the game back into the groove. I felt like the last year,
Mm-hmm.
it almost feels like they've been kind of like slacking on some
For
of the
sure.
stuff,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it's like you expect more stuff like this. They go like this is like going overboard and
Yes.
creating a season within a season. They used to do
Mm-hmm.
that kind of stuff all the time. And I
Mm-hmm.
felt like the last year they've kind of like pulled back on like doing those like going overboard type stuff. So
Yeah.
I really like the theme of this. It was kind of exciting. Um,
Yeah.
I was kind of upset I didn't get to play it when it first came out. So
Yeah, because I mean, you know how it is. Time is of the essence, and like Dylan said, I haven't had too much time to play the game at all. Like, if I'm being completely honest, this is the least I've played a season since Chapter Two, seasons. What was the primal season? Six,
season 6, yeah.
six. That I didn't play a lot of that season. This I just haven't had a chance to play too much,
hmm
and so I did have to just go by the gold blooded ace. I didn't grind for that. So, but but
I've been playing a lot this season, just not the last like 2 weeks.
yeah, I haven't got a chance to it just was one of those seasons, and I think that's where collecting really comes in to be important for me, because
hmm
even though I don't get to play as much, I'm still a part of Fortnite, which was very different back in Chapter 2 Season 6. So I definitely like that a lot.
No, I mean I'm not saying you did not saying you didn't enjoy the
No,
season,
I
right?
I love the season. The season is fun. I
Yeah,
just haven't
yeah.
had
I
a
mean
chance to
I've
play
been
it.
enjoying it a lot.
Yeah.
It's I mean, but I always like Fortnite, so
Yeah,
like
it's
I'm biased, but
it's
like you said,
never.
the collecting is like
Mhm.
still there.
Yep.
I mean, so like when I'm at work, I can't play, but I'll search eBay and like
Yeah.
keep collecting. It's a little different.
But and I mean, like, for me, I'm always in a loop, like, like whether it's like watching Camp in Russia or watching, some streamers here and there. But this was probably the season that I've probably been the most out of tune, just based on how I feel like the weeks is flying by. But yeah, so I have enjoyed when I got a chance to play, but this is definitely a season that Fortnite has done really well, and I feel they tested it with Dragon Ball Z, and then they tested it with what's that one thing? My Hero
Oh,
Academia,
My
is
Hero
that?
Academia.
Yeah. So they tested it twice, and they kind of wanted to get a feel for it. And I think that's smart to test it with a major IP, and then roll out your own instead of for the other way around. So I think that was a really great change. They knocked it out the park. A lot of people were happy with it. They did it the right way. So I'm happy to see what happens in season two.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just the superhero powers kind of got a little crazy there for a
Oh
while,
yeah. Oh yeah.
but
Well, we don't. When it's like anything like that comes into the game, I'm usually strictly arenas or creative. When it comes to the heavy superhero type stuff, but or any anime for that matter. But yeah, it's cool though for sure.
so one of the things we wanted to talk about tonight
Hmm.
was like, so there's a lot of rumors going on. People keep asking us, and we don't know about Series 4.
Hmm.
People keep asking us.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, there's rumors floating around that Panini lost a contract for Fortnite. So I've been trying to do some legwork and try to like, because Panini's not saying anything. Like I've emailed them, they've gone radio silent. They're not saying anything. Obviously, something's wrong. Otherwise, we'd probably hear something by now. Um, but I started reaching out to Fanatics.
Hmm.
So I found the email for the head of Fanatics Collectibles. I sent him an email, still waiting on a reply, and I started sending emails to Zero Cool, which is part of Fanatics, to see if they
Hmm.
would reply. And so then I was like, well, do we even want them to do the cards? So, like, if you guys haven't seen Zero Cool, this is going to be the entertainment and what did they call it? It was entertainment and pop culture
Yeah.
for Fanatics. They're trading cards for pop culture and entertainment. And
Yeah.
for Panini, Fortnite is under entertainment,
Hmm.
right? And so, would this be the brand that they would release if Fanatics got it?
I hope not.
I hope not too. Personally, I mean, I the name's kind of interesting, Zero Cool. But I was looking at some of the cards, and like they have like a hollow border and a lot of numbered cards.
Hmm.
And what someone had said earlier is that um what they had said earlier, Panini had said that the rumors that Panini had said was that they never planned to do numbered Fortnite cards. They didn't think it helped the hobby.
Yeah.
But then I looked at the zero cool cards, and their
Bro,
first
bro's
set.
stomach on there a little long, Dylan.
Oh my bad. Here, we'll look at this guy's face. How
Yeah.
about that? So, but my
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
is, I mean, the all look, this one's number 2. So, like,
yeah.
are all the hollow ones numbered, and does that, like, help the hobby? Probably not. So, like, I'm
Probably
really
not.
hoping people are like, "It'd be cool if Fanatics got it," but, like, if
Yeah,
these are gonna be the cards, just the character with, like, the hollow, I don't know if that's it.
yeah.
My wife is
That's
gonna fry me up for that, though. I
yo, I'm just
appreciate you.
yo, I was just like, wait, like, yo, all right, cool, bet.
They
But
they they also have, like, like, these are the Gary V ones, like, everything's numbered. Like, everything Zero Cool does is numbered.
yeah, that's out of 500.
So,
That's a
like,
whole
I don't know if
it,
every card's numbered, but it just seems like
it
all the
seems like it.
pulls.
It definitely seems like it. Um, I'll say, I'll yo, sticker.
Sweet happy trail. Just a little too long. My bad, I
Yeah,
wasn't even looking at the screen.
but
You guys are haters. Don't be hating on that man's happy trail.
no, the
Someone
Stranger
owns that
Things,
card, and you guys are frying up.
they
Someone,
do.
like,
That's
someone
their PC card,
that's
bro.
their PC card. They have that on their shelf. They couldn't find the PSA 3, they settled for the 10.
Listen. Oh God, you don't want a PSA 3 in that card. But anyway, uh nah,
Like, is it
The Stranger Things one is like Dylan said, we're completely on the same page. If it's possible, I would rather it not be zero cool. Um, you know how I feel. Like, for instance, if Panini is out of the gate and we had to pick somebody to go to, uh, I guess I would say I would like Upper Deck to do it. I think they could do some very interesting things. I think it will be some rough patches if Upper Deck did it. I know it's
I he
yeah.
so, see, here's my question, right? So, they bought Upper Deck, right?
Mhm.
And Upper Deck does their sports, right?
Right.
If they
What?
get the Fortnite contract
Mm.
and Zero Cool is branded as their entertainment cards, do you really think that Fanatics is gonna push them to Upper Deck?
No, I don't. They're
I
gonna
don't
probably go
either.
with zero cool.
They're probably gonna go with Zero Cool, and, like, who knows? I mean, these are just photos on cards, so maybe the Fortnite ones will look better, but I have not been impressed with what I've seen,
Nah, and I
to
mean
be completely
it
honest.
will be. I don't like. Don't get me wrong. Like, we're
Like,
like
this is, like, minimal effort.
minimal effort,
Like, I know this is just like like, Gary V drawing, right? I
but
get
not.
that. But the border and the number, that's all that is. It's
What is that?
like,
Happy Nemo. What's the name of that one?
um,
What is it?
candid clownfish. And, like, I'm a Gary V fan, but, like, I don't have any interest in the cards, no offense. But that's just me personally. But, like, the Zero Cool designs, I just, and already numbering, I don't know.
Yo, Richard, all I'm gonna say is if Zero Cool ends up doing Marvel, the Marvel community of collectors will probably have a riot. Like, no lie. Like, they because I know y'all don't may not
What do
follow it
Marvel
too
cards
much.
look like now? Because
So
these are
go
like
to
the other Zero Cool ones.
so the main ones, if you go to just type in Spider-Man PMG. Just type in that Marvel Spider-Man
But do
PMG,
they
whatever.
still do PMGs though?
Yeah. Hmm. So if you go, I don't know, well, it's probably not a Spider-Man PMG on there, but that's like the main ones, like the ones down there. That's a Miles Morales one. I and the in person, these cards are beautiful. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, so JT, I'm not upper deck does Marvel, and I think they still have that contract. I don't think that's going anywhere.
Well, yeah,
I
but now Fanatics owns them, so
but
I don't know how they're gonna do that.
yeah, I mean I can see something where they may have an extra set. You know what I
Or
mean? But
did they buy? I'm sorry, did they buy Upper Deck or did they buy Tops?
I think they bought
Confused.
tops. I'm just saying, like, I was
Yeah.
the where I was coming from is like if they clean the slate, like, you know what I mean. If they,
Hmm.
which I don't know how it's gonna happen. Uh, Not too much yet, Daniel. You came in just in time. But I have a weak spot for upper deck and PMGs. I think they do very well. I do know from just watching content and podcasts on Marvel cards, they have trouble getting product to shelves.
Hmm.
So I mean that's not good for us. We already have enough trouble with that as it is, because we clean it out so fast. But to be honest, I have no idea. Like if series 4 doesn't come out, I have noticed something. Dylan, this was a great transition, by the way. I have noticed that people's eyes opened up to a lot more things. Reloaded is being talked about a lot more. I've even seen posts about the Black Knight sticker and Ready to Jump, which y'all know I'm a fan of. But I think if Series 4 is postponed for, let's say, 2 years, a year or two, I think the hobby still will do what it does. And I think collectors will probably expand their collection a little bit more than they would have if another set came out. And I think that's what will happen. But for sure, it seems like Series 4 is probably going to be put on hold.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that these rumors are just rumors
Right.
and that Panini is able to strike a deal with Epic Games because I know a lot of people like hate on Panini, but
Hmm.
like I love the cards. I think they've been doing a great job.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, they're keeping cards like Aura that are like and rarity wise
Hmm.
are not they're just they're uncommon common, but the
Hmm.
cards themselves are rare. So like
Right.
the cracked ice are rare for uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary. Like
Hmm.
they did a perfect job doing that. They
Yeah.
didn't make just the legendary skins harder to pull, they made all of them hard to pull. So I really like Panini and I hope they keep doing it. I'm
Yeah.
kind of scared
Of if
of
it
what's
goes
gonna
any other.
happen
Right.
because of looking at the zero cool cards.
Yeah.
That's the main reason why. Like
Like, not even
it'll
be
be hard to beat what they've done.
for sure.
It
For
will be
sure.
easy to F it up,
Hmm.
in my opinion.
So I think so. JT brought this up, and this was something. So I'm not a Marvel collector. If I wasn't Fortnite completely focused, I probably would be. But there's like a tier system. So like I think they're called e-packs for Marvel. And you pretty much open them up on on the site, and you get any, I believe, like any card that you pull. There are digital cards, but any card that you pull has a physical card. And so you can kind of like build up in tier system. Like you can pull like 10 cards and it equals a lower number card. And it's a whole bunch of different things that go into it, but the system is crazy. And I think Fortnite could thrive on that type of level if we get away from scarcity and rarity. You get what I mean? Like, so if
Yeah.
we end up getting away from what we know when it comes to Panini and it ends up having numbers and all of that number cards, then I think the people that's controlling it, they have to get a proper tier system and it kind of has to mimic the game in some way for it to have complete proper relevance to the market,
Well,
in my opinion.
one of the things that kind of freaked me out is that
Black Ash, what's up, bro?
one of the things that freaked me out is that they actually made these into like a trading card game.
Yeah.
And if they can make Gary V's stuffed animals into a trading card game, I feel like they're gonna try to do that with Fortnite. And I'm gonna be out.
and and
Like
for
I'm
that
not gonna
reason,
collect those.
and for that reason, I'm out.
Like, what are you gonna do? Like, Aura has a score value of 345 damage.
Now, Dylan, you know she's gonna have high
Like,
usage rate, so don't say it like
Renegade Raider is gonna have like power 1000. You know what I mean? And
like
it's
that,
like,
the fake cards, the
yeah, just
yeah,
like it's just like
yeah,
those. Like, Autumn Queen's gonna have like invisibility because no one can find her. You know? So I
yeah.
don't know. It's hopefully Zero Cool doesn't do it. I'm just not a fan. I know
Listen,
some people have been asked to be like, it'd be so dope if they made it into a card game. I don't think anybody's going to actually play.
no,
Like, I don't even know if people still like. Isn't Dragon Ball Z a like playable game on the
yeah,
cards?
I think they have the tournaments. I think it's a thing, for sure. I don't want it to be a thing for Fortnite.
Yo, he said, or use scratch.
Scratch. Like, I mean, I'm with you 100%. I would very much like Zero Cool to not do it. Uh, if it was I just don't know what would happen if this is the case, and it's probably pretty much what you're getting at. If it does end up in circulation with Fanatics and it's in the entertainment division, this is probably what we'll get, and I'm gonna get my crystal shards. Uh,
Yeah. So with
yeah,
that said,
yeah.
people wondering how's it gonna like we got comments. Is that going to affect? Is that going to affect the hobby? I think if anything, these cards are gonna go up. Like the
Mhm,
Panini ones.
mhm.
Like I said, these are really good cards. They
Yeah.
did an amazing job. Like they get hated on so much about the quality and stuff like that. But if you look at the other options that these could have turned into,
Mhm.
they did an amazing job.
And to be honest, like I wish they would have. gotten a series. Not saying that it can't happen still, like we said. I wish they would have got a series 4 out though. The reason why is because if you look at the amount of skins that's out, besides variations, we would have got very close to what the past couple years have been. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We would have had pretty much most of the skins besides the ones that are obviously new. We would have probably series 4 would have probably rounded out exactly what this era of Fortnite was, and then we would have been in a new era. But we'll see what happens, man. I think that I think if it does happen where they lose it and 2 years goes by, the way people look at lasers, the way people look at Series 3, the way people look at Ready to Jump, Gold Frame, Reloaded, all of that's gonna change. Like I think
Mm-hmm.
interest is gonna peak across the board. And I think it might really help the hobby when it comes to the next wave. Because when the next wave does happen, those other sets will have its relevance.
And so like I think we have time. Like
Mhm.
I see prices are going down. So like I keep seeing deals I want to buy, but I'm like I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna
Right.
wait.
Right.
Um but like I'm looking at this and the back of this card says 2021 for series
Mhm.
3.
Mhm.
And it came out in 2022.
Yeah.
It came out, was it April?
Mhm.
That's when it finally came out, was in
Yeah.
April.
Mhm.
And they kept delaying it since like September, right? So even if they had the contract,
Mhm.
they weren't working on this until
Right.
after April, right?
Right.
So like we still have technically, you know what, March. So we still have 2 more months till like it's been a year,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? And they didn't even get the last one out in a year. It was
Yeah.
a year and some months. So theoretically, they still have time to land the contract, convince Epic Games, and
Mhm.
get these printed and back out. So maybe we're just being a little like
Okay.
rushy.
I have a question for you too. When it comes to this though, right? Hypothetically speaking, let's say they because technically they still have UFC right now, right?
Hmm.
So if like let's
Yeah.
say they double down sports wise UFC, and then let's say they focused on Fortnite. If they had 5 sets a year, is that too much? Like, cause that's what I feel. So if they double down on Fortnite, they're gonna double
That's like
down.
quadrupling down.
Ex-
You mean like
that
5 different sets? Like they
Yeah,
do
5
different
different.
designs?
Yep. Like, and I mean, like, they make it where the same amount, not the same amount, but the way they have multiple different sets when it comes to sports. If they was like, okay, we're doubling down on Fortnite, this product is gonna be pushed. How do you feel about that? Like the way we've had Series 1 to Series 3 and Reloaded, but now we have it where Fortnite has multiple sets a year and it's pushed, it's at the forefront. What do you think?
I think eventually they're gonna get there. I
Mhm.
don't think that'd be Series 4.
Mhm.
I would be surprised, right? Because I
Yeah.
mean they sold out, right?
Yeah.
So like maybe they would just print more product because they haven't printed like the amount of product that they're printing for sports versus Fortnite is like
It's not even close.
nowhere close,
Yeah.
right? So like even one product, they print way more.
Mhm.
So I mean, I don't think they're gonna release all these different ones for the Fortnite yet.
Mhm.
But eventually, like how cool would that be to have like a
For sure.
National Treasures
Yeah.
Fortnite?
Cause I have no problem with and I think we kind of all agree on this. Like with the way the first 3 sets was and Reloaded, I have no problem with them figuring out a way to make it more of a mass appeal because we have these what we probably consider at this point the OG, the original sets. So
Hmm.
I have no problem with it. I would like it to be gradual, but
Hmm.
we can't really control that.
So how do you affect the mass appeal? You mean like more cracked ice per box, like really getting
Well,
more hits?
what I mean by that is like, so I know like because well we're talking about the same thing, but like if I'm talking about like if they were to do multiple sets a year,
Hmm.
like so if they were to do
Do you
multiple
think
sets a year,
that would help the mass appeals if they did multiple sets?
I don't think it would help it, but I'm thinking that maybe that's their thought process. You get
Mm.
what I mean? Like so if they double down on it, maybe they feel that they have to release more, or do they just make the set of like let's say series 4 better? I don't know what they would be thinking, but I would be interested in knowing that.
So the rumor is your boy that the rumor has been for a few years now that Panini only had a 3-year contract. Like we heard
Yeah.
that back in like when we first had Series 1.
Yeah.
Um and so this is their third set. It says 2021. 2019, 2020, 2021.
Yeah.
So theoretically, they're done with their contract.
Mhm.
We haven't heard any news like leaks. There's been like no leaks on the Series 4, We've had some people say they've talked to people and they don't have the contract. We've heard that Epic Games denied Panini the ability to put codes into the cards, which is what they
Mhm.
wanted to do. So we've just been trying to figure out who would get it as someone would
Mhm.
because they've been selling,
Yeah.
right? They've been selling out, and it's not like it's like a mystery. Like
Right.
people should know this. And Panini has been in talks with Fanatics. I heard
Mhm.
it was like off again, on again kinds of talks.
Mhm.
So someone's got to pick up the country. It's not like every game is just gonna be like, no, we're not gonna do cards at all.
Yeah, and I
Like
guess
why
it's,
why would they do that?
they
Like
wouldn't do that. Yeah, that it just makes no sense.
I
And
mean, it's just another revenue stream.
I think like Kyrie and Richard is talking about, I like that as well. I wouldn't, if when I say I wouldn't mind number cards, what I mean is if that's the case, then it's the case. I don't mind collecting it, right? But if they don't do number cards, I'll probably will be more happy with that. I do like that fact that we have to have these conversations, and the fact that we have to talk about, what happens in game compared to market. When it's no number cards, that's the conversations that's had. And I really think that is a great thing for our community. Like every community of card collectors have different things, and I think that's our thing. Not knowing that.
Yeah, yeah, and like you said, the number thing. I mean, it wouldn't kill me,
Right.
but if you start doing like out of 500,
It's like, come on.
like I don't understand Zero Cool. Like you can tell they don't know how to run this.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
why are they starting out doing that already? You know what I
Hmm.
mean? That means that shows no. That just shows them just copying what's already being done right now.
Right.
Zero Cool
Right.
has shown nothing that's like groundbreaking or new, right?
Hmm.
They're like, oh, they're doing number cards. We do number cards,
Yeah.
right? So, I mean, for Fortnite,
Like.
like if they did like one card out of every set was like numbered to 10,
Hmm.
like the whole set had a chase.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe that'd be kind of cool. Like it was different. You couldn't even find it in there.
Yeah.
Okay, but like these cards, like all of them are numbered. It's like
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
wants that? I'd
Because
rather just not know.
Yeah, because I agree with that. Like I think that, like if you think about when it comes to like sports, like the the sweet spot seems to me has always been like, okay, out of 99 feels comfortable, right? Like it's
Hmm.
under 100 by one, just like when it comes to sales, like if you do 9.99 compared to $10, like 99 is like that number. I felt like if Zero Cool was gonna do numbered, they probably should have only went to like max 99. Like I think
Hmm.
that's a little bit more comfortable, or even if they wanted to just have a three-digit number 100, but 500 is insane.
Also, the card design sucks, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'm a no for numbered Fortnite cards in general too. I was about to say, so Kari here is saying either Fanatics got the rights, which I'm now completely against it. I've come to a realization I do not want Fanatics to get the rights to the
It's
Fortnite.
too
I
risky.
don't trust them.
Yeah, yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Based off what they did with Zero Cool, which is probably Fortnite, I do not trust them.
Mhm.
B, Epic produces the cards themselves. I was about to shoot this down card. I was like, there's no way
I'd
they're gonna
listen.
go out of their way to do this. But then I just had a thought just now. They make or they hire people
Mhm.
to make all these products for their employees.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
they're such high quality. So like we're talking about like the Fortnite pins. Like I'm gonna throw these up here. I don't know if you can see this very well. Like these pins have crazy good quality, and the card stock here is really nice.
Mhm.
And it has the Fortnite designs. There's no manufacturing labels on the back. They did this all themselves, or they did it privately through a company.
Mhm.
So who says they can't do that? Maybe they weren't happy with the quality and all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
Because maybe they were pissed off about the logo stuff. Maybe they were pissed off. Who knows? Because Fortnite's very specific on their design.
Yeah.
So
So
maybe they will do it
so
themselves.
so I've been an advocate of that. I think Fortnite can do it themselves. I don't know, like when we brought it up a couple weeks ago, I don't know if they were flirting with the idea when it came to the Fortnite Football Club when they did the cards for that, or if it was just more so like you said, like it's just like, okay, we're doing a product run. What could be in
That's
here?
right. That's right. Me,
So I don't know if that was the case, but I do think that if Fortnite but like if they hired the right person to build out a team, I think that they can do it. I really do. I think that they can do it. I think it would be some, once again, like anything else, it would be some hiccups, maybe some things that we don't like. But I think if they had the chance to, I think they could. I think they could do it.
so I was trying to look that up real quick, and I just found something else on eBay.
Yeah.
What the heck are these? I just found new cards. I swear I do this all the time. Complete collection box, 128 cards.
Yo, is that where's that from though?
It looks like those other ones, but like a
Yeah.
new series.
Is it licensed?
There's no way this is licensed. I mean, they have like,
Go-
there's no way this is licensed.
Your boy, I would love to. I
Yeah,
would love to. If
there's no
they
way this is licensed, but it looks like they printed another series. I just had to show that real
that's
quick.
funny.
I was looking for the Fortnite Club one cards if I can find them.
Listen, anybody at Epic Games, if y'all ever listen to taking high ground lives, if y'all want to hire me and Dylan to do this, we are definitely down.
Facts.
Trust us.
Facts.
Listen, we will
You know
definitely
what?
do.
That would be fun though, just for
Yeah,
like a side project to
yeah.
design our own set.
I think
Not
that'd
to
be fun.
sell,
Yeah,
not to
just a
print guys,
show.
but just to show like this
Yeah,
is what we would do. That'd be kind of
yeah.
fun.
Is
And then we
that?
can get a petition and it's like send it
Yeah.
to like Epic Games.
Listen, because I think they could do that though. Like what I mean by that is I think that they can hire somebody that knows the card market and for them to build out a team. And I think Epic can knock it out the park. I think it would be now will the
They
rec
could the question
yeah,
is would they?
right.
Like what's in it for them? Like wouldn't they just rather just license it to a card company
Hmm.
and just like they do with Hasbro, right?
Yeah.
For the toys.
That what is he talking about?
Wayne said that didn't end well. What didn't end well?
How the but listen, the thing
R&D Fortnite card consultants.
listen, listen, Epic, hit us up. But I think so. Tell me what you think about this. Do you think that they would have done comics if it wasn't for Donald Mustard's passion? Like out the gate, like do you think they would have done it the way they have done it so far?
See, that's a tricky subject because I don't think that Fortnite would be where they are with the story and everything
Hmm.
without Donald Mustard. Like
Right.
the way he thinks ahead and like he plans out the mystery, and it's like what they say in like when you're reading like books and like animes and stuff like that and manga, they
Hmm.
talk about like foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Like Donald Mustard does that. Like,
Yeah.
and so
Hmm.
like the way he like told the story for Fortnite, it
Hmm.
led you to comics and it
Yeah.
made comics like the out perfect way to use the story.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to say like if it's just because he's a fan of comics or if
Yeah.
just like it was set up perfectly.
Right. Because the reason why I asked that is more so like I wonder if it was a hard pitch, if you get what I mean. Like, obviously, like, was it one of those things where Dono had to push for it, or was it kind of like an effortless flow where they're like,
Hmm.
we just trust you? The reason why I say that also is because where what you're kind of getting at is there anybody that sees a point of doing it? Because Dono's seen the point of doing
Hmm.
the comics. He probably laid it out perfectly. Is there anybody that can do that when it comes to the cards? And
See,
I don't know if that's the case.
for Fortnite, I think there is like I think Fortnite wants to touch everything.
Hmm.
I mean, the motto that they're like the motto that they're following. They were talking about. I saw an article by Tim Sweeney, and he was talking about like how to make a good video game,
Yeah.
right? And he said it hasn't changed,
Mhm.
right? So like obviously they're looking at the past, and if you look at Pokemon,
Yeah.
like video game, like
Mhm.
people talk about the show, it's the video game that made Pokemon
Yes.
popular.
Mhm.
It was the video game, right?
Yep.
That's what made it popular for me.
Mhm.
And then the cards came out, and that is like kind of what took off, right?
Yeah.
But like the video game, the Game Boy, for me, that's what
Mhm.
did it for me. So like they have to be watching that, right? So
Yeah.
like there's no reason for them not to keep doing the cards, especially when they've been selling out.
Mhm.
I mean, you go on eBay and some are worth $25,000 to $50,000. There's no
It
way they don't see
listen,
the value.
and it's funny because in my this kind of how I always look at stuff. If you really understand like that, Fortnite has taught a generation value. If you like, obviously there's been Minecraft and Roblox, and there's some similarities there as well. But a generation has grown up on what, like, I mean, I the one kid that was like 10 years old and he had to get his parents' consent to sell his Renegade Raider account. Like, it's things like that. Like, they're learning value from Fortnite, and I think it's a transition thing. Like, even like with everything that people are trying to do with crypto and NFTs. Fortnite knocked V-Bucks out the door, out the park. Like they just really did. They've done things that I think a lot of people are trying and attempting to follow that
Hmm.
they just haven't been able to master yet. It's just so many things that I think that like you said, Fortnite wants to be in every aspect. They want to touch every angle of a market and of interest, and I think they would do it. It's just about who will lead that.
And also, like, cards and trading cards during COVID got huge,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And it's not like they saw this coming,
Right.
like, because Fortnite was released right before it happened,
Hmm.
right? So, like, I feel like everyone's heard of like all the big sales. Everyone knows how crazy. There's articles and stuff. I mean, it's not like they didn't know that. Hey, this is a big opportunity.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? There's just no way they just stop cold turkey,
Mm-mm.
especially if Panini wanted them to do it.
Yeah. And that me and you always say this, but what Wayne said is no way that this has gone
Yeah,
unnoticed.
there's
Like,
no way.
but I will say it seems as though there's a there's a blinder on, and I've always felt this way. I felt this way before we've done this. Like, I feel like it's something for some reason. And I don't mean like it should connect. It's not reaching, and maybe that falls on Panini. I don't think it falls on Epic Games, but it's not connecting to the mass of the
I
Fortnite
I I
community.
I think it is Epic Games.
You
So
think
there
it
was
is?
a rumor.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a rumor that Epic Games told Panini
Hmm.
not to advertise.
Right. Oh yeah. Well, we come.
Remember, there's
Yeah.
that rumor. I
Mhm.
mean, we don't know how true that is, but we
Yeah.
do know they haven't pushed it at all.
Right.
Like, it was just on the shelves.
Right.
You know what I mean? And Epic Games hasn't talked about it, but
Right.
they talked about the comics.
Hmm.
So my question is why? If we think about this logically, why?
Yeah.
And now you guys talking about like Epic Games wanting to do their own cards. I wonder if they were using this as like a test run. Like, hey, we'll give you a license for 3 years. You guys test it out.
And they kind of
And
get the information they need.
yeah, because like
Yeah.
when they did the comics,
Hmm.
they partnered with Marvel, they partnered with DC, they partnered with people who knew what they were doing,
Hmm. Hmm.
right? And so maybe they're doing that with the cards,
Yeah.
and maybe they're ready to take the next step, maybe.
Because I guess it makes sense on Epics and to be skeptical just with the because like even okay, like you said, 2019, it's not like they were trying to predict anything. The market was at a major peak at that point. But I guess it was one of those things where it's like, okay, this is a little bit more unique, a little bit more volatile than other sectors that we've been in. We have to see how this moves, how this works, and it kind of brings me back to Renegade Raider being left out of the set. And the reason why I say that is because I think they might hold her to a certain standard.
They definitely do.
You know what I mean? Like,
So that
it's
was my question
mhm,
too. When this first came out, or no, when Wayne first talked about Renegade Raider,
mhm,
right? When she came out and she wasn't in the set, and then we found out that she was in the set, and then they pulled her.
yeah,
That blew my mind. Why would they take Renegade Raider out of the set?
yeah,
I know Panini had to do some kind of research. You
mhm.
know what I mean? It's not like they're just like willy nilly throwing
Yeah,
cards
they're
in
just not
there.
gonna just throw it. Yeah.
So like, why did Epic Games say no to Renegade Raider?
Mhm.
Right? And then I mean, she came in the Reloaded set, but like the main series set, they kept her out. Why?
So I'm gonna go back onto something else, and don't once again, y'all. I'm light on the Marvel, so don't kill me if I say something wrong. So I think it's certain characters or superheroes, whatever you want to say, that are not able to be in the set. And I think like let's just use like Nightcrawler, right? Nightcrawler is not able to be in the set for whatever reason. Somebody may be able to inform me on that. But that seems what it's like for Epic Games when it comes to like Renegade Raider. We have to coin this because I don't want to say like the IP of a skin because that doesn't really make sense. But you get what I
Hmm.
mean by that. Like certain skins have like wild card. Wild card has a lot of different variations. It's almost like he's an IP,
Well,
like
I
it's
mean,
a
I kind of like it's kind
yeah,
of when we get back to like the storyline, like Wildcard could have his own backstory and his own
yeah,
comic, right? Let's talk
yeah.
about like comic terms, right? Chaos Agent
Mhm.
has his own storyline, right, and
Right.
stuff like that. So like they have like their own individual IP, like
Yeah,
Batman
yeah.
versus like
Good point. So we
Nightwing.
can't yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so like Renegade Raider, like I'm not gonna say I guarantee you, but I feel so strongly that Renegade Raider is gonna get her own story. If
Hmm.
you read Zero Point,
Hmm.
right, she was introduced as the first person to escape the loop,
Yeah.
and they made a big deal, and she made it home. They
Hmm.
made it a big point that she made it home. She got out of the loop, and so it's not like I mean they made her in the comic, like the Zero Point
Yeah.
comic,
Yeah.
as one of the main characters.
Hmm.
So my question is like, why didn't they put in the cards? There's got to be something there. obviously they're going to be building upon her in some
Right.
way.
And it seems like if you look at it though, Renegade only she's only made it in Reloaded, and I'm talking about
Mhm.
any variation. Like she has Blaze, a Blaze. What is the one you like? The Christmas one.
Is Isabella?
No, of Renegade Raider, the Christmas
Oh,
skin.
oh, a gingerbread raider.
Yeah,
I don't know
like
what her
she
actual name is. Yeah.
yeah, she has multiple skins that's variations that's extremely popular. But I think when me and Dylan talk about this all the time, with Donald Mustard doing his cover with Renegade and Batman on it, that is besides the whole 0 Point comic being featured around her uh in Batman, that's very interesting to me. That's very
Mhm.
interesting to me that he chose her because Donald Mustard just doesn't do anything. And
I
I
actually
think
have that right here.
yeah, it took a long time for people to understand that Donald Mustard just it's no reason for him to post anything but foreshadowing and leaks and things like that. That's what he does. That's how he markets. And so I don't know, man. It's interesting on the Renegade front.
Yeah, no, it's really interesting, and I kind of like what Kari is saying here.
Yeah.
Does anybody know how long? Because I'm not a Pokemon expert.
Yeah.
How long was Pokemon with Wizards of the Coast?
Mhm.
And I'm sure it has to do with like a contract thing, but they were very specific, like 3 years for a contract, right?
Mhm.
And so, I mean, I don't know, is this a good thing or a bad? This might be a good
It
thing,
might
but
be a good thing.
um, no, now you got me thinking about those renegades, man.
See, and I'll be like, okay, so when we went to FNCS, right? When we went to FNCS, we knew that people didn't know about we knew that people didn't know about the cards. Like that
Yeah,
was obvious. But seeing like Cypher PK's reaction, seeing Somerset's reaction, those the ones that we got the autos from, it's like they know things way before we do. And
that's true.
just them being purely shocked by this and just it's just not a thing. And Cypher did say he knew about it a little bit, but to this extent, like I think we're closer to this may be a good thing. It may be a good thing because uh it just seems like this was one of those things where like let's just keep this as like a niche market and
Hmm.
then we'll see what happens from here. And that seems what it's like what that looks like more than anything.
Yeah, I mean, so someone here said, Warfighter said, do we think that they were mad at Panini for limit? I don't think those prototypes just now are coming to light.
Yeah.
I don't think they know that. I don't think they care about that.
I think Panini's mad more than Epic Games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Panini's probably more because they don't want to get in
Yeah.
trouble with Epic. But
Yeah.
I'll tell you. All right, so here's my theory. Like, take it or leave it. All right.
Yeah.
So I think the reason why Wayne couldn't get a straight answer from Panini
Mhm.
is because I mean, branding is super important to a company that's worth billions of dollars.
Right.
Is extremely important. And
Yeah.
when that went out the door, or when they showed them with that logo,
Mhm.
they were probably pissed that that logo was transparent. You couldn't read it.
Yeah.
They were probably pissed, right?
Yeah.
And so then when those were being found out in the public, Panini's probably like, "Oh crap, we just got to not answer these. Just let this like fade away.
Mhm.
Let's not say anything about these." And Wayne didn't let that happen.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Panini's probably pissed that like this is getting this much publicity.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because that's
Right.
where Panini really screwed up.
Mhm.
So like Epic Games could sue Panini
For
for
sure.
letting these go out the door when they weren't approved,
Yep.
right? Because literally that's their branding,
Mhm.
and you see how far Fortnite goes to brand
Yeah.
itself. And so that's my thing. So maybe
Yeah.
they're pissed off about the logo thing, about interactions with them, but this is all just theories,
Where
right? We
yeah.
don't really know.
Like where to that point where it's like I think that makes a lot of sense to me because I just feel like they really dropped the ball on that. And it probably bit them for sure. So I feel like Panini has taken a beating over the past year and a half, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it would be a contract violation. You know what I mean? I mean, I feel like it's a suable offense, right? Because like if
Yeah.
they didn't prove it, go out the door, and then it got out to the public.
Hmm.
So I don't know. That just
Maybe,
adds to the
maybe that
sort of
guy that maybe that guy that was at the estate sale was a Fortnite fan. Because I'm not gonna lie, if I was a Fortnite fan working at Panini, and I was supposed to burn those. Listen,
I
yeah.
mean, yeah, I mean, but that's true. I don't know.
Dylan, like I mean, don't get me wrong.
I
Like
mean,
it's
I
your
would
job.
never
It's your
steal. I would never
yeah.
steal, but
Well, what I mean is, like, did he? I guess if they were supposed to burn them, technically he did steal them. Like, you know what I mean. So in that case, no. But
Wayne
like,
says
if
he offered them back, and I remember him saying that, and
yeah,
they didn't. They want nothing to do with it.
yeah, yeah. Wayne, first of all, you that was funny with the trade deal. Like, yeah, you
Yeah,
gotta give me some
he's there
product
for
back,
a
bro.
trade deal.
Like,
And was like, Wayne's like, I didn't offer him back for free. I was like,
yeah. That's that's funny. Like, I mean, like, oh Wayne, we didn't get to put it in there, Wayne, but you like that was definitely a Pez guy move. By the
he's
way,
like,
I watched that documentary, bro, and that is crazy. Dylan, you gotta watch that one because I asked
Pez.
yeah, I asked Wayne like when he was driving to do the trade, like like what was he thinking in his head? And he said the Pez guy. And the Pez guy is like it's this whole market. You know the Pez pins? From
Yep, I know what you're talking about.
yeah, so it's a whole thing, bro. Like
I
it's
knew people collected those,
no,
but
it's
like,
like it's a thing, like $100,000 Pez and stuff like that. And he was
okay,
like,
so we're gonna be starting a new channel called
yeah,
Taking High Ground Pez. All right,
yeah.
we're gonna get into that hobby next.
But yeah, like I think that you trying to sell them back to him definitely was a Pez move.
Why would Epic Games care about the prototype cards? There's prototypes for other Fortnite products, and those companies are still producing products for Fortnite. No, I think it. I wasn't saying that they care about the prototypes. I think possibly they cared about the logo being transparent.
Yeah,
It,
yeah,
it changed their branding.
yeah,
That's what I was saying. I don't know if that's true. That's just a
yeah.
theory. Obviously, they did not enjoy working with Panini for some reason.
Hmm. And I mean, I think hopefully at some point we'll know more. And I'll say this, and I'm not ragging on Panini when I say this. Even the guy, we tried to reach out to him and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have been able to say anything anyway. But the
Or
guy
maybe
that
he didn't even know.
maybe he didn't even know. Like,
Yeah.
and what I'm about to say, I'm not ragging on him, but I think on the Fortnite end, you really want somebody in there that lives and breathes the game at some point in their life
Hmm.
where they can properly operate it and properly make the right decisions. Like, we know how Epic Games is. This is the reason why we're doing all of this. And if there's nobody there that they trust on that level, it is what it
That's
is.
a very good point.
Like,
Now the guy who does the Fortnite cards for Panini
mhm,
has played the game,
right,
and he
right.
has. I saw the interview, and he has an understanding of the game.
Hmm.
Um, Not like us, not like a lot of the people that you know what I mean.
Yeah,
He's played a couple of times. He does understand like the way that skins work, and he was
yeah.
saying that legendary and non-legendary doesn't
Mhm.
mean that one's better than the other.
Right.
He did say
He
that,
did say
which
that.
like was
Yep.
like perfect on point to like how I was collecting.
Mhm.
Um, but it didn't seem like he was a huge fan of. He
Yeah.
was a gamer, just not like a huge Fortnite
Right.
gamer.
Right. Like, it's one of those things where I feel like it should have been your main game for at least the what people consider the prime era of Fortnite. You know what I mean? Obviously we don't think that Fortnite has fallen off, and statistically it hasn't either. There's peaks and valleys of everything. But if it wasn't like I feel like chapter 1 and at least chapter 2, like if that wasn't your main game at that point,
Hmm.
it's one of those things where like even if I was Epic Games, I'd be like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I need you to know what it feels like to be engulfed in that moment to even, create that set.
I was so I kept shooting down the idea that Epic Games would be doing their own cards.
Yeah, yeah.
But now that I remember that they did do those trading cards for the soccer
Hmm.
and like how big they are in their own branding and stuff,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Now,
I don't know anymore.
and I think the most important part is the factor of, just as Panini didn't do their job on some fronts, I think Epic need to make sure they do their job in the aspect of, like, which we know they will,
Hmm.
hiring the right team, building the right division for this. Like, it has to be done if they do that. Like, I just don't feel that.
Well, they hired they created their own production company within the company to
Mhm.
do all their stuff like that. You know what I
Right.
mean? They have all these employee merch and
Yep.
stuff. It's not that far fetched that they do their own cards.
No.
I'm changing my tune on this because like
Mhm.
maybe that's where we're going. And I hope. I mean, I hope they do that instead of zero cool. You know what I
But
mean?
to your point, though, to your point,
I'm trying to find that
shoot,
video.
if they're mad at some things Panini has done, zero,
Oh, they'd be
yeah,
pissed.
like, that's like, let's be real, like, that's just, I mean, zero cool could knock it out the park, but the possibility of that is slim to none.
I cannot find these cards anywhere.
No sticker. I feel you on that. Just looking for them foil gold packs, man. Like anything. Yo,
Do you have like a picture of those cards still?
which one?
The soccer cards for Fortnite?
Let's
I
see.
cannot find that anywhere anymore.
It's hard to find.
Dang, I should have saved that photo.
Let me see. Who would have?
I'm sure it's
Okay.
on a video somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
but I was just looking for a quick image and I can't find it.
Uh,
Because I wanted to look at the quality. I wonder if we could see the back of the card.
it wasn't the best card in that context, but
Yeah, but I was still interested to look
yeah,
at the back to see if there's any kind of like print information or anything
I'm
like
trying to
that.
find. I had the video. Wish I could find it.
I'll have to research and bring that up again next week.
Yeah, yeah. It's not easy to find because even the like so even the content creators that got it, they
Mhm.
showed the jersey and the scarf. Like clicks showed the cards on his stream. Somerset showed it on their stream, and I think Cypher did. But it wasn't something that people felt like, they clip a lot of their content from the lives. It wasn't something that people felt was clippable at that time. So it's hard to find. But I think it's a new generation that's gonna come out of this for sure if Fortnite does it.
So I'm sure Kari's trying to ask Wayne in the chat about this question, but I kind of want to bring it up. He was saying, why are variations of the prototypes like the pump shotgun valued at like 10K to 30K? Um, why is it like twice the value of pump PSA 10 shard? I mean, that's what that person values at.
Yeah.
Um, I would say think of the shadowless Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
It's just these are so much more rare.
Mm-hmm.
So like for a while there was error cards for Funko. What's his name? From Series One. There's an Fun. Uh,
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
you know what I'm talking about. There's an
Yeah,
error card in Series One, but like half of the cards are that error card.
yeah,
But before those jumped up to like $200-$300 a card
yeah.
because it was an error and it was supposed to be rare, but it's not rare.
And I
So these are like we're talking about between 1 and 10 because now there's Italy
mm-hmm.
and maybe like 10 copies of that card
Right.
that
Yeah,
exists.
if you round it up, yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that's why it's going for that much. So like if I was a big if I was a big fan of like Aura, which I am, and
Mm-hmm.
like I wanted to be the Aura collector,
Mm-hmm.
and there's only 10 produced of this one,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to get it, right?
Yeah.
So that's why those like so many people like so many different skins. Like Dynamo has their own fan base that main that skin, and having one of the only five that exist
Yeah.
is pretty cool, right?
Mhm.
So that's why it can be worth that much money.
Yeah, no, like no exaggeration. Like if there would have ended up being a Lux prototype, I would have restarted my collection to try to get that card. Like I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, it's one of those things. So, by the way, shout out to West Drum. West Drum Bullseye collection is top tier at this point.
Yeah, and that's great
Yeah,
for West
like
Wing. Say when
yeah,
it's top
yeah,
cards. Like
yeah.
for
So
me, Aura's my favorite card.
yeah,
Hush is really close, like probably second.
close second. Yeah.
For me. Um, but like so like Focus, I like Focus. See, is there Series One? I mean, there's no skin.
Oh,
Now that I'm thinking
Gold
about it, there's no
Trooper.
one that I main
Right.
besides Gold Trooper.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even main Gold Trooper. I just really like Gold Trooper, and the Gold Trooper was like a
Yeah.
hollow. That was out of my price range from the get go, so I wasn't even trying. But that's probably the only one. I guess Wild Card, but like I didn't see any of the prototypes that like hit me. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I know that they're gonna hit somebody because
Yeah.
everyone. When I was first getting into the cards, I was on the Reddit and people was like, "Hey, do they have this skin? Do they have
Mm-hmm.
that skin? I can't collect that skin anywhere because they don't make Funko Pops of that skin."
Yeah.
That's what makes the cards really cool. That's what makes the prototypes even cooler.
Okay, so I'll be honest, like I don't get me wrong, I am a rarity and scarcity guy for sure, but eye appeal aesthetic,
Hmm.
the shard is still number one for me. Not number one in the aspect of what, like, if I had it in my set, I'm still gonna look at the shard and like the shard is still gonna be number one for me. I'm not gonna lie, but the prototype would give me what I would be missing from my collection when it comes to scarcity. So that's where it will round out for me. I would 100% uh I value the value though. The prototype will be more valuable. You
Yeah,
know. You
because there's
know.
gonna be more people looking for it. Like
Yeah.
they can get there's more of it of the
Yeah.
other ones of the shards. For me, I feel like I'd rather have rather that's a strange word. Like if there's an aura, it was just a base card
Yeah.
versus her cracked ice card.
Hmm.
I would want that aura.
Right.
I would like the cracked ice more,
Right.
but I would value the other one
Exactly.
more.
Yeah.
So
Like.
visually, like you said, like visually, I'd value
Yeah.
I'd like the cracked ice more, but I
Hmm.
would value the rare one more.
So put it this way, like if I had it in front of me, if I had my whole collection in front of me when it came to Lux and I had a prototype in there, I'm if it came to a new collector, I'm gonna show them the shard for the effect of the eye appeal, and then I'm gonna explain the prototype. But it's those are just they're just
Yeah, if you look
they're,
at the Pokemon cards, right?
yeah,
Like, there's also like the isn't there another Pokemon card that's worth a lot, like the Pikachu
illustrator.
Illustrator, right?
Hmm.
Like, I'm gonna pull it up. Let me pull that up. Like,
Right.
it's not like a breathtaking card, right?
Yeah. And while you're doing that, exactly, like that's the perspective. Like, so if I'm showing it, it goes to okay, this is my favorite card. This is my most valuable card, and that's kind of how it would be.
Okay, so this is the Pikachu Illustrator,
Hmm.
and there's like probably some rare Pikachu cards that look way better.
Hmm.
You know what I
Right.
mean? But this one's super, super rare,
Right.
and that's the best way to put it. Now, to talk about like the other side of it, right?
Hmm.
Is there's people who would say like, well, they're just prototypes, not really released.
Hmm.
Like prototypes are risky. Like I want everyone to know this.
Sure.
Like it is
Yeah.
risky. Like this is not a guaranteed thing,
Hmm.
right? We find it cool. Like
Yeah.
perceived scarcity is really cool for collectors.
Hmm.
Um, so like oh yeah, like Bobby's saying here, it's like it really depends if it's PC or investing.
Yeah.
Rarity, I think, is big for like investing.
Yeah.
Um, and like because you're gonna have more people looking for it, and there's gonna be less available, which is gonna
Right.
make the price go up.
And I think so. We the Honus Wagner T206, right? What happened was like we talked about it around the time that we talked about the prototypes originally. This set was coming out. It was connected to cigarettes. Honus Wagner did not want any connection to that. So they had to pull it. It was
Hmm.
pulled, but it was already some in circulation. And so that gave that scarcity, that rarity to the point where if it is a authentic is going for numbers, right? And that's where that scarcity comes into effect. And people can have their opinions about the prototype cards and whether it should be valued A, B, and C. And I'm not talking about anybody that's in the comment section right now. I'm talking about the masses that have a opinion on this. The fact is, if somebody's willing to take that risk and and have that perspective, have that in their collection, it is what it is. I don't know what people
And
want to say. Like,
I also think like for when we're saying it would be good for a PC collector, but I think
yeah,
sometimes it's the PC collectors that really determine the market.
yeah,
Because it's those people who will not sell.
yeah.
It's the people who will not sell because they love it so much that make it go up in price.
Hmm.
So it's those PC collectors kind of like dictate the market when there's
Yeah,
not enough out there, right? If there's
yeah,
thousands, PC collectors don't matter, right?
yeah.
Because there's just too much out there. But when it's something rare, then I think the prototypes or like just anything in general, if it's rare, the PC collectors kind of as
uh,
much as they will hold it, the price is going to go up.
yeah. And exactly, Randy. He said prototypes are only worth what a buyer and seller agree they're worth. There's no market value on them. Agreed.
Exactly.
Yeah. And
And I think this will apply to Series 1 shards, possibly Series 2 shards in the future.
yeah.
Because, like, for me, for my auras, like, they're worth more than I paid for them.
Hmm.
But I'm not selling. Like,
Yeah.
I value it way higher. You know what I mean? So, like, I think that's going to happen for Series 1 and Series 2 shards.
Yeah.
Possibly Series 3. The market would have to get really big for that to
Yeah.
happen.
Like, and that's why me and Dylan are using our PC cards, for example, because I rest assured, like everybody's saying, like if that card was available, I'm going for it. I don't care what anybody thinks. I don't care what anybody says. If there was one available, I'm going for it. It's just one of those things. So yeah,
Yeah, when you hold that Renegade Raider, it all goes out the window. I mean,
100%.
so that's what changed it for me. Like, him having the Renegade Raider
Hmm.
it's like it makes so much sense. Now, the same thing makes sense for people's favorite skins. It's
Mhm.
just Renegade Raider is like that much more popular and that much more well known, and that she wasn't in the set. So like
Mhm.
Yeehaw could have
Yeah.
that effect, but I don't know how many people are like sweating
Right.
Yeehaw. You know what I mean?
Right.
But like
And
anyone like Dynamo, you're gonna have legit fans of Dynamo.
but even to just kind of around because I know you didn't mean this, so I'm gonna just
Yeah,
like
you're
have
gonna
your
fix.
back. Yeah, I'm gonna have your back. What he's getting at is like even though it's not only sweaty skins, but Yeehaw, even when it comes to popularity and people like wearing meme skins, she's not a top tier meme skin either. So that's where that
She's
conversation.
not. She's. I.
Yeah,
What I'm saying is that I doubt that there's that many people who only run Yeehaw. Like that's not their
right.
main
Where
skin.
it comes to the point where they come in and like, this is my PC card. I have to have this card. Cause that's
Hmm.
when we understand and we respect the market and how the market grows. When we talk about the game, what we're talking about is what could potentially happen based off of what we see and what is known about the game. And what Dylan is getting at with Yeehaw is that is there enough people where it's like because you have to live with a skin when you play in the game. So is there enough people that says that I've had this much experience with the yeehaw compared to X, Y, and Z? And that's where it kind of comes in at. And
Yeah.
then the
Are they gonna be
market,
like,
yeah,
oh crap, he has the only Yeehaw? I need that.
right. Now the
I don't
market,
know.
market rarity scarcity, that's a different
Yeah, that's a different
conversation
thing.
because it's
Like if
the
someone might
only
be like,
yeah,
I collect the rarest. Oh, I
yep,
don't have this one yet. I'm gonna get that one.
yeah,
That's a completely different subject, and it's
yep.
still valid. Still
And
valid.
I think that's where it gets very interesting because if we look at what happened and what was not released and what we expecting. So when I seen the Italy ones, I'm not gonna lie. As soon as I seen Still Sight, I was like, shoot. I was like, but with it being the only one, you know how I am. I'm not
Hmm.
stressing myself out over nothing besides one card. And it's like, so I'm like, if since it being the only one, I know people are gonna go for that one. So I'm chilling. But it's dope that she's available. So I respect that it's available. I'm just not gonna try to compete with somebody when it comes to one card being available.
Yeah, and like there's like different levels to collecting,
Yeah,
and you and I are not like we're
exactly.
not like the high. We're not like I want to be a
Exactly.
high end collector. Like
Yeah.
I'm trying to get in early so I can be that,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
like I can't compete with a lot of these people.
Mm-mm.
Um,
Which we're
but
okay
like
with, by the way.
I'm okay with
Yeah.
like that's
Yeah.
part of the hobby, right?
Yeah.
Like you have stuff you want to chase. Like I'm still chasing a Gold Trooper shard
Yeah.
USA
And to be
because it
honest,
hasn't been in my budget yet.
yeah, to be honest, those are the I would rather me personally, and I know like whether it comes to an interview, but I would rather tell their story than to try to compete with them when it comes to try to get a card. I'm good. I'm bowing out on that one.
Like I wanted the Renegade Raider, and so
Yeah.
like when it was before it was like prototypes, prototypes, prototypes. When I realized what Wayne had
Hmm.
a long time ago, and like when he was talking about it, I was like, I told the story before. I was like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
save up like I'm gonna get like 2 grand. I'm gonna buy this card. You know what I mean? It's like I can't compete. It's like it went for like with a whole bunch for like 50 grand. That's like how
Yeah.
far off I was.
And
So I mean, there's just gonna be different levels to the hobby.
or Honus Wagner in game, that would be crazy. I would like them to do something OG like that Honus Wagner, Mickey Mantle, do something along that lines. That'll be fun. To be honest, at this point, Fortnite can pull off anything. That's the crazy thing. Like I would not be mad at that. But oh, Kyrie got a question.
Well, no, he had already asked the question. I
Oh,
thought,
oh yeah,
yeah, that was his question.
yeah, yeah.
And I keep seeing a lot of questions, and so I did make it on FortniteCards.com. I try to add some details here. Um, I'll throw it up here for y'all to see. I went to like rare and fringe collectible. And I'm trying to like spread the word because people keep asking like, how do you know that's a prototype?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that the logo being different is like perfect.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like the Pokemon cards where like there's no shadow for the box. It's easily identifiable.
Yeah,
And I don't know, maybe we need to brand this name a little bit better than prototype. I don't know.
yeah.
Like the shadowless Charizard, maybe the
Right,
transparent Fortnite. I don't know.
right.
But this is the identity. This is how you identify it, and I
Mm-hmm.
think that since all prototypes have that identifier, I think it's like a really cool collectible just for that fact alone. It's not like you have to search and say, "Oh, he's missing this.
Mm-hmm.
He's a prototype." It
Yeah,
has an identifier, which for me gives it like I don't know, it gives it that step above. Like
yeah.
that's what really makes it compared to like the Pokemon
Mm-hmm.
first edition ones.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that when it comes to I understand some collectors being uncomfortable with it. I get it. I get
Hmm.
it, and it's one of the things where, maybe you just learned about the crystal shards, or I get it, but it's one of those things where people have to understand that there's different level of collectors and there's different type of collectors. There's things that people want, and I think that's what makes the hobby beautiful.
So I do go in here and explain it mile high, but maybe I should say transparent logo here. I'll
Yeah,
update that so that's more obvious.
yeah.
I should put both images up, one black, one white. I mean, one transparent.
Hmm.
Um, I appreciate that feedback. It's clearly epic.
It's clearly epic. Right, exactly, Wayne. Exactly. Like,
What was the reason for not chasing ice?
just levels, it's
Oh
just
yeah, levels.
it's
Yeah.
levels. Like, I mean, for instance, when I first came in, like, I was good. I was chilling with hollows. I'm like, this is not my market at this point. Uh Everything that was available, I'm like, I'm chilling. Obviously, the
Hmm.
market came down, and that's where the opportunities came in at. But there's gonna be people that are
I see
completely
it.
out of,
I
yeah,
see it all the time. Like people
yeah,
always message, "Oh, I don't collect cracked ice. That's out of my budget."
yeah.
Even though I've seen some, but
That
like I've become numb to the
to numb to
prices,
the prices.
and I need I
Yeah.
need to recognize that because when I first got into cards,
Hmm.
right, like 20, $50 is like, I mean, it's paper, it's cardboard,
Yeah.
so I get it, and like we've been into this for so long, and
Hmm.
we're like super deep into it, and we're
Yeah.
enthusiasts, right?
Uh-huh.
So like the prices are a little numb to us now.
Hmm.
But there's people that have a lot of money
Yep.
and this is their hobby. They like to buy things and
Hmm.
collect things, you know?
And I think one thing was, you have to have a certain, I think you have to have a focus starting off, because
Hmm.
once you complete that focus, the everything slows down. Like, everything slows down. It calms down, because when you first get into it, your head is spinning. You're trying to get, whether it's your PC card or the card. If you're coming on the investment side, you're just trying to see what's rare, what's valuable, and you can get overwhelmed. But once you get understanding, and you get some cards in your collection, it kind of slows down for you, and you can make the proper decision for your personal collection.
So like Richard says, first 100 on a single card was Mothmando.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, my biggest purchase on a card was Aura, Cracked Ice. I think it was like $950 for the SGC or something.
Yeah. I'm
And I was like, that was out of my element because like my biggest card at that point was like a $350 card, I think.
yeah,
And that was for sports.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So I've spent like 100 and 200, but I never spent like close to like 1,000. But that just showed how much more I love this hobby than sports.
Yeah.
Like there was not like a person in sports where I was like, oh, I love this athlete so much, I gotta have that card.
Hmm.
Um, Not for that price, you know. But Fortnite was different.
Yeah, like, I think, and I agree with that. And I think for me, I came in hot. And what I mean by that is I knew exactly what I wanted. And I bought a Raw Lux Hollow for 500. Thank God it got a 10. I appreciate that.
Oh
But
my gosh.
yeah, yeah. But that's where the prices were when I first came in. Like, I'm looking through them, and obviously I knew about condition and stuff. So I'm like, okay, which one is the cleanest? Try to negotiate with him. He wasn't going lower than that. So I pulled the
Mhm.
trigger, and then after that, I was able to kind of move a little bit different.
Can
But
we talk about that?
yeah,
So, guys, y'all listen. Like, our raw hollow was five hundred
500.
dollars,
Yeah.
and he's not capping because I
Yeah.
was here. Prices were crazy.
Mhm.
Base Black Knights I sold for like 800.
Mhm.
Right, you can get them for like 100 now, right?
Yeah.
So when this hobby does, like we said, hardly any players know about this. So
Mhm.
let's not say when, this hobby does pop off, we could see those prices again. So people are like shitting on, like, what I can't stand is people like, oh, but
Yeah.
they overprinted Series 3.
Yeah.
Did they? I mean, come on, really? There's like less than there's like 100 and something Midas right now, cracked ice.
Yeah. Yeah.
100 something.
Mhm.
Like,
Mhm.
come on, just 350 million Fortnite players,
Yeah.
and there's 100 Midas cracked ice, and y'all saying like they overprinted. So it's like people are like sleeping. Like I'm buying cards, some cracked ice for 20 to 30 bucks. I mean,
Mhm.
those cards are gonna be gone.
Yeah, cuz like, and to be realistic, like, if you think about even what we did back at the invitational, we didn't bring bulk. I flew, so I really couldn't bring bulk. But like, if we probably would have brought more Series 3, which it sounds crazy, but if we'd have bought more Series 3 than Series 1, there would have been a lot more familiar cards for that specific group that we were kind of giving away cards to. So it's
See,
just very interesting.
Mile High. I mean, they only print when you say they put in the TF. I mean, only compared to Series 1 and Series 2.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't really print that much. It just seems like it's a lot because of how big our market is.
Hmm.
But if you're thinking long term, this
Yeah.
is not a huge print. There's nothing on the shelves.
Yeah.
Go look at how much Pokemon's on the shelves. Go look at
You know.
sports. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So it's like, go look at the pop reports for sports,
Hmm.
and then tell me like it's too much.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, it's a lot right now. It's great for the hobby. How much they printed is great for the hobby because people can buy cards without prices shooting up right away. You know what
Hmm.
I mean? That's why I have 20 Kunos.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
would I have been able to get 20 cracked ice Kunos any other way? No.
Yeah.
It's maybe it seems like it's overprinted for the current market.
Yeah. Wayne, what was that? What was that? What was that price, Wayne? What, not to switch that, but yeah, what was that price? Definitely let us know that
you, I try to let Wayne off the hook. I mean, I'm interested to know what the price is too. I don't know if he was just trying to tell the chat or put it up
one.
on the
Right.
screen. But Rob's like, throw that joint up. Let's know
No, we ain't
what
gotta put when to put the price on there. We're gonna keep it down there, but
the
like we could. Oh well, no, we putting that up there.
we putting that up there.
That's crazy.
I've had
Wow.
people ask me before. I was like, I have no idea what Wayne paid, but probably not that much. I mean, honestly, no one knew what you had. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but and going back to Mile Highs, he said like you print for the market. If you look at the way Series 2 sold, that kind of is printing for the market. I mean, like Dylan said, it just wasn't staying on shelves. It was other things that were, and obviously Series 2 was
They
during the
they
time
don't
that the
let's be
stages.
specific.
Yeah,
Which market? They printed for the market. It
right.
sold out.
Hmm.
They don't print for the third party market.
Right. And the reason why I said Series 2, Dylan, is because I feel like they made the print run based off of the success of Series 2. You know what
They
I mean?
did.
Like, so that's why I said Series 2 was off a shelf. So they printed for the market. At least in my opinion.
You
Whoa,
said who
no.
wants Series 2? It doesn't sell now.
I,
I'll be honest, guys. All I'm buying right now is Series 2.
Listen. Well, okay, Mile High. I have a good and this is I have a good thing. I like that you said that because it kind of goes to what we said earlier. If Series 4 doesn't come out, this whole conversation goes out the window because everything is gonna have its day. And what I mean by that is I agree, Mile High. I think Series 2 is extremely undervalued. I think there's great cards in Series 2 that people are kind of overlooking, but people want Series 2, but it is the middle child though. We can't deny that. It definitely is. It
So
kinda doesn't get his day.
the problem with Series 2 is there was no obvious chase card.
Mhm.
Black Knight was so obvious, Midas is so obvious, and that's kind of why it fell flat. I thought there was an obvious, I thought Aura was an obvious chase card. No one was
Yeah,
treating it like that, right?
yeah.
Since then, since we've been collecting for a while and like the hobby's been changing, I've seen a few others.
Mhm.
I was like, dang, I really need to get these cards.
Yeah.
Like, there's some nice Series 2 cards that slip through the cracks.
Mhm.
Um, I think Series 2 is being slept on hugely. I think Series 3 is being underappreciated for the value it is right now,
Mhm.
and I think
Agree.
we're all gonna regret that later.
Yep.
Series 2 is in my opinion, not investment advice. I think that's the best like place to put your money right now.
Yep.
Series 3, I think if you enjoy this hobby,
Yep.
you're gonna regret not buying these cards. That's
Yep.
that's my opinion.
And agree, Kari. And this Kari DM'd me and was talking about how we had that one live where we were talking about the storyline and the storyline cards coming to fruition and everything like that. That is happening again. Like so, if you look at what just rolled out, the most wanted, right?
Hmm.
There's skins in that what is it called, Dylan? I can't think of the name. Like Ghost,
Oh,
um
and those cat
Clint, not Clint. What is it? What is the name of it?
but
I
I
can't.
get what you
Yeah,
mean, like that grouping of
yeah, the
people.
grouping. So a group, and we can think about it. Wildcard was the original heist rollout, right?
Mhm.
But now it seems they're building around that. And on top of it, the heist is connected to Midas because of the double agents. So it is a mass thing. It's also speculated based off the game that the Fox Clan is coming back next season. So there's there's the storyline is built
Let's
very
not don't.
yeah,
We need to stop saying the storyline.
yeah.
Storylines.
A storyline, yeah,
A storyline
yeah,
because this is not accidental anymore.
right, right.
There's multiple storylines and multiple groupings of characters that are related.
Mhm.
Midas and his family. We've
Yeah.
got like Meowskulls and
Mhm.
Lynx are connected.
Mhm.
We've got like you said the Drift clan.
Yeah.
There's so many different ones and like what's is Zadie like someone
Zadie,
I
yes.
think it was JT who laughed when I
Yeah.
gave her a half star for
Yeah.
storyline because she had the emblem on her
Mhm.
shoulder.
That's important.
But yeah, that's the
Yeah.
point. That's not
Yeah.
accidental.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if you guys think about it, like there's so many different ways this can go.
Mhm.
It's gonna take time. Like they're not rushing it.
Right.
But like the possibilities for these different characters and storylines can play out for a long time.
Yeah, and so I want to reference one more thing because y'all know we do this podcast, so I do a lot of research, right? And so once again, I'm gonna reference Marvel probably one more time after this as well. But so for them, Dylan, right? For them, it's set collectors and
Mhm.
character collectors. That's how theirs is split up. It's set collectors, character collectors. So there's people that, and they have a lot more options than what our sets have, right? So it's people that collect a full characters from top to bottom, and they specifically collect characters. They don't collect anybody else, right? It's
Mhm.
that character. And then there's a set collector. The reason why I'm bringing that up is because it's very, I can see as time goes on, people collecting actual clans, actual sectors of the storyline. And I believe in that. Y'all know I've stood on this hill for a very long time. I think the storyline is very important to the Fortnite market. You don't have to accept it. You can just focus on the market or anything else. But I think that over time, like skins like Chaos Agent is in series 2. He's in the perfect set. He has the zoomed in style. I don't have any Chaos Agent. I wish I did.
I
I'm
have
gonna
a
get it.
shard right
Yeah.
there. I
Yeah.
just put it up here too.
Had a couple opportunities. I'm gonna get one in my collection, but those are just small things that I think about. Just look what West Drum posted. Just hold on. Just what West posted right here. This and this is not even all of it. This is not even all of it.
Wait, he said overvalued?
He
Oh,
it's
I
he
get it. I get it. Being sarcastic.
okay, got you. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. Yeah, no,
Or
yeah,
Crystal
Chaos
8 Ball
Agent bad
Yonder,
too.
Hush, Ruby, Birdie. Don't forget some of my favorites in there, like dang, what's Red
Ha-
Jade.
yeah, hashtag Drift Clan. Yo, was yeah, Fox Clan. But yeah, I think that. Oh, Richard says, speaking of Zadie. Wait, where did it say?
He said that he won something
my
from you.
Oh my God, Richard. I sent out 3 packages, y'all. If I think it was Richard, I have one, and then I have a Black Knight base that I have to send out. I forgot about those. Let me know and I'll send those out. Y'all, was a hectic week, so I appreciate that. Also, I usually get out of work exactly at the time that the USPS close. So that is always hard for me, y'all, just so y'all know.
World Warrior, and that's how you know Butcher is paying attention over here.
Yeah.
You got Manhick, Red
Mm-hmm.
Jade.
Paradigm. I mean the list goes. I mean, I'm even putting this in here. Ice King. I love Ice King card. Uh I definitely want that back in my collection. I remember when I pulled a very clean one, but somebody needed it for their
I don't. I
collection. So
mean, if I buy a Mega and I pull one, I might keep it just
mhm.
because of his scene in the comics.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm not still not chasing Ice King.
Nah, Brent, that is not a 50K one because if it was, I would not have it. that
I'm a big fan of links. A PSA 10 links is gonna be crazy.
hmm
I sent 3 links into PSA, and
Yeah.
last time Rob, you boosted my head. He's like, look at that eye. He's getting all these tens.
hmm
I don't know how I'm gonna get very. I was like, I'm sending them all in.
Yeah.
At that point, but like, I don't know if any of them are gonna attend. I hope they do.
Listen, all I know is Lynx was the first time that I had to say something in the community when I was like, yo, y'all tripping. Like Ice Queen. Now, like Dylan brought up before, Ice Queen does have a stance though when it comes to the market and pop report. She's a hard grade. So that is a
No,
thing.
she is not
But
a
yeah,
hard grade. She is a freaking
yeah,
impossible
yeah.
grade.
So that is a
So
that is a thing. But when
I'm
it
gonna have to
comes
bring
to
it up to
comparison,
see.
Lynx is top tier, man. That is one of my favorite skins and cards for sure.
And
Yeah,
like
Britt.
her unlinked version, like her regular outfit version, has like storyline potential.
Yeah.
Um, nice, your boy. You got a links PSA 10. That's what I'm
Let's
talking
go.
about.
And then like Kari said, Kari, that was like season 7 of chapter 1 was one of my favorite seasons, hands down. Like I agree with you. Season 7 across the board, I have extreme nostalgia for. So Ice King being like when he entered into the comics, that was one of my favorite things because I feel like he had the aesthetic, but as you know, we always say that's not a skin that I will wear in game. So a lot of times I really do
Oh
like having the
my
cards for that. Yeah, it's crazy,
goodness.
bro.
I have not checked this in a while,
It's
guys.
crazy. It's crazy.
Guys, I have not checked this in a while. I kid you not. I'm going to zoom in. I'm not an Ice Queen fan. I don't have it, just so y'all know. I wouldn't recommend buying it. I'm not saying don't buy it. I'm not saying buy it. Okay.
Yeah,
No investment.
this is insane, bro.
37 graded and only 3 or 10.
Yeah, that's crazy.
3 out of 37 for the
That
cracked ice.
yeah.
What the heck did Panini do to Ice Queen, and why do they hate her so much?
Yeah,
That is some crazy pop.
that's
Now, if that
crazy.
happened to Ice King, I'd be like all over Ice King probably. Ice Queen is a little bit out there, but 3, that's a decent pop number.
See, because see, I have like when it comes to aesthetic, I'm not gonna lie.
Ooh,
I
the
really
hollow
do.
too?
Yeah, I like the Ice King and Ultimate Knight when it comes to aesthetic. Those are some dope cards.
The hollow is
Oh,
only
is it
5 out of 55.
it's the centering your boy? That's what it is. Brent, at least y'all made it to the Super Bowl, bro. I'm a Bills fans and we just crapped the bed at the end of the season. So Jalen Hurts did it. He did his job. He had an amazing game. It's just Mahomes and freaking Kelsey, bro. They are so annoying. I'm not even gonna get on that, but they did their job.
Let's
They
see where I want to see where the pop is for
Y'all did
cracked
good though.
ice. So it's probably Ice King. Aura's got 36. I
Kari,
think
yeah,
Ice
Kari.
King's probably.
That's another one. I'm glad JT brought that up. It's still no oral
Ooh.
PSA 10.
Oh my gosh, Manic 1 out of 12.
Woo. Yeah, and
Guys,
listen,
come
y'all
on,
keep go to Ruby real quick.
Ruby.
Yeah,
I can Red Jade. She not on here?
did she not get graded yet? She had to get graded, right?
No, wait. I'm gonna check all the cracked ice here for you guys, but
I'm
R
telling
U
you,
B Y, right?
series two, bro. Yeah. Wow.
There's only one Ruby graded,
But I'm not gonna lie, I only know 3 people that have a ruby.
guys. So when I'm telling you,
Besides set collectors, that is.
y'all want to talk about like what's overprinted? Series 2 is not overprinted. Like, where the hell are all these cards at? What the
Yeah.
heck, man? That's crazy. Let me keep looking at cracked dice. I'm sure people just aren't sending them in. That
Mhm.
happens a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But one,
Yeah, and it's an 8. That's crazy. And I know for sure the one that I sold, uh, it was not an 8. It was bare minimum a 9 for sure. That Kari said, check Tigress, Dylan.
guys, Paradigm, 2 10s, 16.
But series 2, bro, look, come on, y'all. Like I'm like series 2 is undervalued, not investment advice. No, for real, Richard, Ruby doesn't exist. Uh
I need a hush one too. Echo 0.
3 9s.
I think I sent an Echo in. To be honest,
Dale, what's up, bro?
I'm gonna check
Uh
Tigris in a second.
and then after Tigers, check wrestler for Richard. Yeah, this is pretty crazy.
Let me just search it.
I gemmed his 82.
Give me you, Jim.
I
You got
gemmed
a
it.
10?
Yeah, I traded down with it.
I've
Yeah.
been looking for you. If anybody has a
You
USA,
knew that. That was when
yeah,
yeah.
I forgot. I've been looking for a Zadie. So if anyone has one, they don't. What?
Yeah, I still got my PSA 9 though.
There's 0 cracked ice Tigers graded.
That's Black Asphalt.
Yeah, that's probably Black Ash's fault.
Yeah.
You know,
Blame him.
you know why none
It's
of these are on here?
it's his fault, bro. It literally is.
every Series 2 cracked ice card is sitting at Black Ash's house right now. I'm
Nah,
pretty.
we're not being dramatic on this, by the way.
We're putting you on a spot. Can you please create some cards so we can see how many
Yeah.
Series 2 are out there?
Yeah. Okay. How
Um,
about this? Yeah. Check the pop report after the national. Check the pop report after the national for series two, and then we'll find out. It's literally Black Asphalt.
so 46 Ultimate Night cracked ice. So and ice. Let me check Ice King again because those two are gonna just like Midas is determining the market.
Mm-hmm.
Ice King and Ultimate Night are gonna be determining the market for how many cracked ice are there. 43.
43.
So Ultimate Night is the leading. It hasn't even broke 50 yet. That's pretty crazy.
Well, no, isn't. Oh, you just talking about legendary? Because isn't the most cracked ice graded or
No.
who is it?
Ultimate Night 46.
46. Oh yeah, I was looking at the comments when you went up to that one, and it's
Aura only has 36.
36. Wow, that's crazy.
But Aura's grading a lot
But
better than some of the other ones.
Kyrie, this is what we was talking about. Me and Dylan been trying to like, yo, series two is just I don't know what people deal is with it, but series two is just over. Now I get it if you're a series one collector, but if you're collecting everything, man, series two is lit.
I remember when when MC was in the group when Series 2 came out and like him showing like his like when he first got it, like before he I don't even know if he ever ripped or anything, but man, he had a crazy seal collection. Um but dang it. This is crazy.
That's Dill. That is true. You know I'm Dill. You know I'm with you on this one. That the pattern does not hit the same as series one for sure. Um,
The
that's
pattern's crazy though. I still like people say that, but the Series 2 cracked ice is like
it's nice,
it's really nice. I
but
don't
it don't
know.
hit.
I
It's
mean, okay,
it don't hit. It's a difference.
Series 1 shards a 10, Series 2 shards an 8 or 9 for me.
Yeah,
They're not
yeah.
they're
A
not
nine,
exactly the
a nine.
same. They're
Yeah,
not that far off. Do you know what I mean? Um, I think the cracked ice for Series 2 is way better than Series 3, but
yeah, like
yeah,
that.
they hit for you. Yeah, they hit for me. I mean, I like them. I don't.
Yeah, they look clean. They don't they see, but y'all gotta okay. Like is
No, I would say Dill. I would say that Series 2 Italy is more similar to Series 2 USA, but not quite the same. I can still tell the difference.
mhm.
Um, but that's neither here nor
So
there.
I guess the word for series two cracked ice is clean. It's clean, but it don't hit. And got it's a difference. Series two was perfect, not zoomed in too much and not zoomed out. Yeah, I like series two a lot.
Actually, that's a good point because all right, look, you get all the way up to the waist.
Uh,
How much more of this stance do you need?
right.
Like for this aura here.
Yeah,
Like if it went to the waist, you can still see everything. You don't need to see the legs.
right. Agreed.
Um, so I would agree with that. I would agree with. I was like back and forth on it, but I do agree the close up's kind of nice. I like both, but I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Series 1 does hit different, but I don't think it's that much different.
No, yeah, it's that. I guess the best way to explain it is it's just that one little thing. It's just that one
Yeah,
little thing.
yeah.
Yeah, it's that small
It does
thing.
it does hit
Yeah,
crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
I
Wait,
do
the
think the
shard
Zoom.
does?
No, I think you talking about Kari comment?
Mm-hmm.
I think he's talking about cracked ice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it's kind of more. The cracked ice is a little bit more behind
You
the
know,
skin.
you know why they probably we haven't really talked about this, but the reason they probably went to the faraway one
Mm-hmm.
is probably just for the lasers.
Right.
The laser wouldn't necessarily the body takes up too much of it,
Mm-hmm.
and the laser's like behind the skin.
Yeah.
So that's probably why they went to the further distance one. So you
Shard,
guys, it's
Shard
all you
coming in.
laser fans' fault.
Shard coming in. He said false deal. Listen,
What is saying false about?
probably was
It's
relevant
got to
to
be
his
about
name.
Series 1 and Series
Yeah.
2. It's got to be. Oh no, he's talking about the Series 2 and Series. Oh, he's talking about Italy and USA being the same.
10 to 20 years down the road, the zoomed in effect. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I
Yep.
agree with that. I agree with
Yep.
that. Unless they go back, then Series 3 is the chase.
Yeah. Uh
Possibly. Maybe not.
Not the chase, but it does add something to it for
Yeah.
sure. It definitely adds something to it. Yeah,
Yeah, my
you gotta
laser
show your
came in
laser, bro.
finally. And I
That
I I told
drain
I
hit,
told everybody
bro.
earlier that, in person, when graded, the lasers hit differently. I will say.
He had to build the whole thing up, bro. Yo, listen.
So, well, I'm one who, like, if my mind changes, it changes, like,
Yeah,
I'm able to change my mind.
yeah.
If you're an intelligent person, you can change your mind? So, I liked it
Yo,
in graded. I don't really care for them ungraded, but, this aura does hit a little differently. My wife and I, when we first opened it up, we both looked at it and were like, "That's
yeah,
kinda nice looking. It's
yeah.
kinda nice." It does look better than sports.
But also to your point though, that's kind of why I do like the lasers as well. Besides the pop report aspect is that because it's zoomed out and I don't love the zoomed out, I do like the lasers for that reason because it is different. Even though the
Yeah.
cracked ice looks great too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still team cracked ice all day, but, like, I did have to grab one of these while it was available for cheap. I had to get the 10 because y'all said they were going. You said they were going out of style, and I just,
Yeah.
had to get it before the prices went up.
Series 4 will only be face portraits. Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Whose face portrait though? That's the
That is-
question. We'll have Optichrome lasers. I don't know about you guys, but I really like those gold sticker foils. I
Yeah, that is
mean,
a dope. That is a
as
dope
long
one.
as we don't get that freaking zero cool, I'll be happy. That's all I care about is as long as zero cool doesn't do the cards. That's the
Mhm.
only thing I care about.
Yeah, listen. He do love it, Shower. He loves PSA. He just doesn't want to admit it.
I like PSA, SGC, and BGS, right? I hate how PSA operates. I don't hate the slab.
Hmm.
That's all. And
Yeah.
it's hard to argue when PSA is cheaper than the other grading companies
Hmm.
and sells for more.
Yeah.
How can you deny it? You know what I mean? It's kind of, it's hard to stay away.
What a cop out like and all.
Um, thoughts on this? USA Series 1 will be the first edition. Series 2 is more like base set. Um, I don't know. I think about it very differently. It's not like Pokemon because Pokemon kept releasing the same freaking Pokemon every year.
Hmm.
Fortnite is different. It's more like sports where you can get their rookie card and their
Hmm.
second year card. So it's almost like every set is their first edition card. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I look at it that way, but that's just how I look at it.
Yep.
I don't think there's anything like Fortnite, right? There's some stuff that's similar to Marvel, some stuff that's
Hmm.
similar to Pokemon, some stuff that's similar to sports.
Yep.
It has like the best of every world. So I think when you're looking at first edition, second edition, I've said this before. I think USA is first edition, Italy is second edition, Brazil's third edition,
Yeah.
because that's when it came to the market. Like USA came first, then Italy, and then Brazil hit the market.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I think about it.
So I brought this up before you came in, bro. With the PSA registry. I I'm telling, and especially if more of our community starts using it, I think that'll be great as well. But I mean, what I get what Dylan doesn't like about PSA, but those are not like I think those is experience problems. You know what I mean? Like that's
But
experiences what you
it
have.
happens to a lot of people, and also
People,
I'm
yeah,
with investment wise. All right, let's just get this off the table. Investment wise, you guys are 100% right. Like he said, are long term losers. I'm not thinking about it like that. First of all, I'm team buy the card, not the grade. Right?
that's true and it's not true. Like that's true and it's not true. I'm not gonna let you.
Yeah,
I'm not letting
it
you get
comes
away with
in,
that.
but like
Yeah, I'm not letting you get
it
away
does
with
play
that.
effect. But like I care more
Yeah.
about the card when it's like a collection of mine. So like this one, like I sent in my DKV cards to
Hmm.
SGC. You know what I mean? I still have some ores up there that are SGC. So I do care about the value, but at the same
Hmm.
time I care more about the card than that. You know what I mean? So like if PSA keeps like pushing me the wrong way, eventually I might, have to be like, I
See, and
can't do it.
I think you had another bad experience, but this experience was your fault. That
It's
was your
not my
fault.
fault, but, I submitted 83 cards to PSA just
I know
recently.
you did. Yeah,
So,
you know.
PSA's cheaper
Uh-huh.
and the value's there. So I
But
get it. I
but
definitely get it.
And we talk about this a lot. I mean, if we've had this conversation like 10 times, but I think people did not give, which they didn't have to, but people were trying not to give PSA the benefit of doubt of what happened during the pandemic, and they were giving
Well,
SG. Well,
I'm not even talking about the pandemic
but
though.
that was a part of it though. The
Yeah.
hiccups was a part of that. That was a part of that aspect. And then SGC kind of got championed, but realistically, they didn't have as much traffic coming in as much as
Being yeah, if we're
PSA
being
did.
real if we're being realistic, it's like apples and tomatoes, right? Apples and oranges, whatever the saying is, because SGC is a lot smaller. They get a lot less
Mhm.
stuff, so they can have better customer service.
Right.
That's what
Right.
makes them better.
It's like a mom and pop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like they have that leg up, but they're using that like as they should. Um
Oh,
so
do I? I didn't let him live it down. Trust me. Like I wanted to, like he was so convinced. I'm like, bro, it's
hey
not
guys,
gonna
listen,
happen.
I told you I'm intelligent so I can change my mind, okay? So I'm telling you, it's like if the prices was the same,
Yeah.
I'd probably go SGC, but PSA's cheaper and the cards sell for more. It makes it too hard.
Yeah.
Like PSA is sucking you in that way. And so,
Yeah.
like, and they're also like they said, they have the card registry. They're doing all this great stuff, and the price is lower. I just wish their customer
Mhm.
service was better. That's
Yeah.
all I say. I don't hate PSA. I'll buy
No, yeah.
PSA cards. I don't
Yeah.
hate them. It's just I mean, I like SGC's customer service.
Yeah. That I think is I mean, I don't dislike SGC, but I'm not gonna lie to you. 95% of the time I'm PSA
Do I
consistently.
trust PSA in the mail? Yeah, I shipped all. I'm not one who like worries too much, so I shipped all my cards. Like when I
And
sent my auras in, I sent every single aura like
yeah, that
all
was
at once.
and when USPS when USPS did what they did, PSA was on it. Like I had no problems with that. They did what they if they didn't take the pictures the way they did and give the information that I needed, I don't know how that would have turned out. So they good in my books.
Yeah, they do have more bandwidth. Yeah. See, I wish I didn't have to use PSA,
Hmm.
but at the same time, I mean, it's hard not to. I mean,
Hmm.
they have a lot of good points. Like, I'm not trying to say like don't use PSA.
Yeah.
They have a lot of good points, and they have some negative. And SGC has some good points and negatives. So
I will say this though. My favorite thing is when you come when you have an experience with PSA and then you come
it's
here
like
and vent.
I'm
Like
not
it's
doing
like
it.
yeah, like it's like
I declare
gotta
bankruptcy.
yo,
Yeah, I mean,
that
I don't know.
yeah. I get it. But I think when it comes to
Ooh, hey, don't say that. Can I get my cards back, please? Please. Dang. I mean,
yeah,
hopefully that doesn't happen to me.
yeah, shout out to the shipping, man. So Sticker brought up
This one.
CGC. Yeah.
I'm gonna be completely blunt and honest, and I hate the CGC slabs personally.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
okay on comics, and I've talked about this before. I'm not a fan. I know a lot of people are. I think Pokemon fans are fans of it.
Mhm.
I'm just not a fan personally. Um,
CGC, the only thing I would probably consider is the Batman the 0 point cards just because based off of comics, but it will have to be an extra set for me to do that.
so like he's saying that he kind of want to match the CGC label with the
Yeah, with
comic
the
label.
comics. Yeah.
Be kind of cool.
Other than that, that's probably probably about it.
Wait,
The video.
I'm not slamming CGC. I was just saying I don't like how the slab looks. I'm not slamming them. Um, I'm not slamming them at all. It's just that's a personal thing. I like SGC slabs. Um,
Yeah, I know.
now gaming wise, I think that would look kind of
That would
okay.
look fire. Yeah.
Like their comic cases look kind of good. I just don't think it works on the slabs.
Hmm.
The label's too tall for me. Um, so
But
yeah, it's me.
you don't even like the comic version of it either. So that
Yeah,
yeah.
well, the blue and stuff. Yeah, I think it's kind of lazy design for the label and stuff like that.
Yeah, this is
It
not
doesn't
great.
look
This is
professional.
not grading advice, exactly.
Yeah, this is not grading advice at all.
Hey, yeah, I heard the acrylic was pretty nice.
So explain this to me. If that's the case, how come I've seen like a million pristine CGCs already?
I have to, I'm not gonna lie.
You want
Yeah,
to talk about
yeah. I don't
surpasses
see.
9.5. I don't know. They hand those things out like candy. Like you want to talk about SGC, like getting a 10 with SGC is
Yeah,
hard, a lot harder than CGC. And then you want to talk about pristine. Go look up the pristine rate on SGC. That's a real pristine. I don't think CGC pristine is a pristine. I just don't.
still
I'm gonna have to
said
call BS on that one.
great. Another piece of to the lawsuit.
I don't think. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they're experts. I think that
He said SGC 10 is like a okay PSA 9.
he said SGC is like a PSA 9. Sharknock,
Okay.
man, you're like I think you might work for PSA or like an investor. I think he owns like 20% of PSA, so I can't listen to Sharknock.
Listen.
I'm telling
No,
you,
that
CGC. I've seen so many pristine CGC is I don't believe they're pristine. Like they gotta be a little bit more. They gotta be a little bit more strict on that.
yeah,
Weston, that's what I'm saying. No facts. I know you don't hate money. Like if we're talking about like investing wise, PSA, I get you.
yeah.
It's like don't bet against the golden goose, right? No, I feel you. I
Yo,
feel you.
Dill, Shard is the Fortnite store. Like he's the Fortnite store. When it comes to eBay, bro, Shard got that joint on lock.
Yeah, I know. I keep running out of watched items. Like I can't watch any more items. It's like forget it, unwatch everything, and just save Shardnock store.
Bro,
You know, just
I talk to Shard probably 3 times a week, and I still have to close my eyes when I get on eBay because I just don't want to see it. I'm just like, oh god, I'm like, I'm gonna see another Shard. I just have to look away.
I know he'd be tempting me. I swear,
Yeah,
Shardnock
it's
be
like,
tempting me hard with those sales. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have to just like block him. I think.
yeah, just like just block it out. Yo, it
Yeah.
I don't even have to do like Kari. It's to the point I know exactly which one is like his. First of all, his scans is better than PSA, so I know exactly which one it is. Like every single time.
No, I hear you, Shardnock. So like that's why I sent 83 cards to PSA because I plan to sell some of them.
Hmm.
You know what I
Hmm.
mean? But like
Yeah.
if I know, but like I like some SGC slabs and I like some SGC cards for like Fortnite. We're
Yo.
talking about Series 1 and Series 2. The most is like less than 50,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
So whether it's an SGC or a PSA, as long as it's a nice looking card, those are going to do fine. And I
Right.
only really collect shards anyway.
Hmm.
So for like you want to talk about hollows and base and stuff like that, you're probably right. But I honestly think SGC cracked ice cards are still pretty decent.
Yeah.
Like I don't think there's gonna be that big of a price difference long term. I mean, if you look at like SGC cards, they sell for millions too, you know? Um, so that's just how I feel. But like I would say like hollows and base and stuff like that,
Yeah.
probably lasers too. You
Yeah.
want to go PSA. That probably
Yeah.
makes sense. If you're
Like
mostly
yeah.
interested in selling,
Yeah.
it makes sense. Especially when it's cheaper.
Gosh, Shar said flash eBay sell at 3 a.m.
All right,
Yo,
I'm ready. I'm
but
ready. You better not. You better put it up there. I'm gonna be up
Kari,
at
but
3 a.m.
this is the problem though. Like that is this the prices are good. That's the problem. Like that's why you just gotta like look
I know because
away.
I'm not trying to buy cards, and he's been throwing them up there. I'm like, wait,
Yeah.
I kind of want to buy that.
Like at this point, he can drop the knock and the life in his name and just be shard and it makes sense.
And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to bash PSA. I really not. Like
Yeah.
I like PSA. I sent 83 cards there.
Hmm.
They frustrate me, but all companies have ups and downs. So
We can have
I'm.
by 2025, we probably can have a full compilation of your like rants when they go to PSA.
I mean, hey, they're rant worthy. You have to admit they're rant worthy. Kari said, "Please don't do that." He just had his tax return. Facts.
Whoa, Wayne with a hot take.
I agree, but they
Yeah.
would buy an SGC card at $1 million.
Hmm.
I mean, you buy the card, not the grade. So technically, maybe not true, but I doubt anyone's going to sell a card that could be worth $1 million. I don't think anyone's going to submit a card that could be worth $1 million to CGC.
Hmm. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
That's a really interesting take.
If you want Shark to go on a rant, definitely definitely mention that.
So is Shard like PSA and CGC? Is that where he is above everything else?
But it's funny though because he's not a fan of he's not a fan of net, so it's that's what makes it interesting. Oh, a Mantle 7 to SEC. Yeah. Yeah, bro. Is you see the thing is with BGS though, BGS is weird because it's not a it's I guess the company, the way the company is ran and the way they're operating and with the marketing, they're dropping the ball themselves. Like it's just a drop ball. Like you know what I mean? I know the BGS fans, they can deal with it, but just a broad scale, it's not worth it to me.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like BGS, all BGS has now is the pristine.
And yeah, I mean the 9.5 still does well. Like
But I saw some reports where like compared to what it used to do,
hmm
compared to the
oh yeah,
PSA
it's
10s,
flipped. Yeah,
it's gone like way down compared to what it used to be. Um, so like if PSA ever does do a pristine, will
yeah.
BGS stay even in the running? Because SGC has the customer service,
hmm
right? And it
hmm
has its loyal fan base. If PSA gets the pristine, will BGS be able to compete anymore?
Bro, listen. If if PSA ever did anything like that, you want to see social media flip on his head. Let PSA
Yeah,
say they would go crazy, bro. And I don't think it'll be
because
good. I don't
yeah,
think it'll.
probably wouldn't be
Yeah,
good because what about all the people who have tens,
that's
right?
what I'm saying. Like then they gotta
Yeah,
then they gotta risk sending it back in. Oh my god, nah, that'd be insane.
he said I can't wait for Wayne to send his Renegade to CGC and sell it for $1 million.
That bro.
Have you seen the Renegade in a SGC slab? That joint
It
looks
looks beautiful.
beautiful.
It does. I like that
I'd
SGC
rather
slab
have that in the SGC, but I'm
compared to
biased.
but I'm not gonna lie. If it was in a PSA slab, that would
Facts,
feel a little
facts,
different. It would feel a little different.
facts. I mean, would it look the same? I don't know.
I think it's
I like base
yeah,
cards. I like base cards
in
in
SGC. Yeah,
SGC.
yeah, it does look nice in SGC.
Cracked ice cards, hollow cards, and PSA look really, really nice. I really like base cards in SGC,
Yeah,
and most of the prototypes are base cards.
Black Ash. Yeah, like Black Label's a whole nother conversation. Like if a Fortnite card gets a Black Label, that then that's a different conversation right there.
Yeah.
That's gonna be crazy. Cause that's one thing I will say with everything going on. BGS is well, I won't say I know for sure, but BGS is just not giving that Black Label out for anything.
Well, that's what I'm kind of saying. That that's like the pristine and the black label. That's kind of what they own for the market, right?
Yeah.
That's why people send to BGS, right? It's trying to hit that.
Wayne, what you said PSA wants you to do a search request. Let me find out PSA gonna create dope prototypes. That'd be crazy.
And what would that take? You know what I mean? I mean,
Mhm. Yeah, like
PSA is like seeing the SGC Renegade Raider on
mhm.
PWCC for $1 million, and like, oh, wait a minute,
Wait, hold on. Let's one second.
hey
One
Wayne,
second.
come back
Yeah.
here. You know how we said "f you"? Can let's talk about this a little bit more. It's like it's like we might have moved too fast.
Yeah, yeah. Let's just rethink this real quick. Cause it is a thing. If it is a thing that highest sell aspect when it came to the baseball cards between SGC and PSA is a thing. When
Mhm.
they come to the mantle, and I think like the Honus Wagner and stuff like that.
So this is they're talking about like how much volume you have to send in to get that. So once I get my PSA Renegade Raider from Reloaded,
hmm
I'm gonna try to like get as many Renegaders as I can, and
hmm
then send them all to SGC and see if I can get a pristine.
Look at Shar. Shar, listen, Shar. I feel like you like if yeah, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like if that Renegade Raider ends up in a PSA slide, bro, that's gonna just be crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Like that's gonna be crazy.
That would be crazy. Mm, y'all really hate SGC, don't y'all? Y'all just want that PSA.
You know me. Like
But
yeah.
someone made the comment, which I
hmm
thought was kind of silly.
hmm
They said they won't respect the prototypes until it's in a PSA slab.
That's crazy. That's
And I
crazy.
was like, PSA does not run the hobby, we do.
Yeah.
We are the hobby. And they were like, unless PSA grades it, I don't respect it. And I'm just like, come on, it's about the card, not about like you're not
Yeah,
buying PSA merch. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
And so I thought that was kind of silly.
yeah. No,
But I
that's
mean,
I
but
think,
it's a valid point for some people, though. I guess.
but I guess that Dale, you said exactly what I was about to get at. I guess it comes to what has happened in the past when it comes to like SGC cards, because a lot of times you bring up like the weird stuff with PSA, but SGC has had moments as well, and
Hmm.
I think the risk that PSA has with as much as they grade and them being the hobby top tier, if it does end up in a slab at this point, because there was previous things that happened with PSA that was sketchy, you know what I mean? But
Hmm.
at this present point, with them recovering from the pandemic and stuff, it really has to be verified for them to even attempt it. Same thing with SGC, but just a little different.
That's true. That's true. Well, like I said, I submitted most of my stuff to PSA, but I'm still buying SGC.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
But I mean,
no one's. I don't think anybody's gonna take. I don't think it's kind of like when I was saying like back in the day when we were trying to figure out USA shards or Italy shards, right?
mhm,
And like I was going against the grain talking about Italy. It's pretty awesome, but then like kept printing. It's really hard to take the market away from the leader, especially a leader of a market that is evolving and not
yeah,
being stagnant, right?
yeah,
PSA is changing things, they're
mhm,
evolving. So like it's not like they're just being stagnant.
yeah,
So I agree. I don't think PSA is going anywhere. I think they're
yeah,
going to be the market leaders. I don't think SGC can overtake them unless they screw up big time.
yeah,
So I get it. I 100% get it.
yeah, yeah. This is, I think, yeah, JT said PSA owns like 80 to 85% of the slab market right now. I think, and the thing is, I think that you see, I will say though, SGC did what they were supposed to do. And I think that's what we're overlooking. If you ask me, I don't think SGC was ever competing. I mean, naturally they are market share, but I don't think they were competing with PSA. I think they were
Hmm.
trying to get BGS spot because BGS kind of took a couple ticks down, like you
Yeah.
brought up. And
Well,
they're
they're
like,
just trying to get a little bit of the market, any
but
market
that's
that they can, right?
but and what they did during that pandemic, I think that they did. I don't want to say they took BGS spot, but they did take some of their market share away for sure.
Okay, let's talk about this because you guys just said that PSA owns 80% to 85% of the market. My eyes, yes, like, this junk slab era is incoming because the amount of base cards that got sent in
I did.
during COVID
Mhm.
was insane. Like if you go and
Yeah.
look at the pop reports, the amount of base cards is freaking
Well,
insane.
well, I always said I would be very uncomfortable on the sports side.
Yeah.
It's Fortnite that I'm comfortable with. You get what I mean? Like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
whole
me too. We're talking
but
about
yeah, but what I mean is I know what you're saying. I'm saying like junk slab era for sure. I think it would be crazy for us not to be approaching that with the count that Luca has when it comes to
yeah,
Luca,
right?
Zion. I mean, LaMelo Ball, John Morant. Their base card print run is pretty crazy to say the least.
Yeah, and this is what I'm trying to get to. Is like Fortnite cards are so rare. Like buy the card, not the slab.
Mhm.
Now, when we talking sports, man, Shard Knox probably like 100%, 1,000% correct with PSA, right? Because
Mhm.
like if there's thousands of cards,
Yeah.
or you can choose PSA or SGC, right?
Right.
But when there's not, I think it matters a lot less.
Mhm.
Not saying that you would get top dollar, but it's also going to be not. I don't think it's going to be that different though.
Yeah, exactly, Shard. Like that. That is that is out of my I was very stressed in the sports world because I at that present time I couldn't find where I wanted to fit in when it came to because I really didn't want to collect any of my favorite players because of me and Shire just talked about this. Like when I was collecting Josh Allen, I was stressed out, bro. Like I'm like, he's playing on the field. I want him to do good. Then when he does bad, that I'm like, all right, I'm good on this. I'm passing on that. So yeah, the ones that run the sports market the right way, whether they're collecting or investing, I have high respect for them for sure.
I'm gonna get to some other because we keep talking about Shard Knock over here. I agree, but that's what I like about it.
Yeah.
Like people keep buying the PSA ones. Like I've been picking up SGC slabs for like good cards. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I mean, I like that. Like I said, so that's true. I'm all for buying the slab off eBay. Um, but like grading at PSA is cheaper than SGC. So
Yeah. Yeah. I was about to
SGC
click
needs
that
to
one. Yep.
merge with another company to stay relevant at this point. CGC is already overtaking them in the non-sports market. Meaning, I'm assuming that's Pokemon, right? Or are you talking about
Mm.
Fortnite? Does
Is
CGC
he?
have
He might be talking in general.
Does CGC have a pop report?
I have no idea. Let us know.
JT, do you know? Does CGC even have a pop report that you can look up
That Nick Bolton.
for Pokemon, Marvel, and stuff like that? Yeah. I mean, I know Pokemon has always been pretty big with like CGC. I mean,
Yo,
yeah.
listen,
See,
we do sound like a grading company. That's what's kind of funny.
I'll only grade with THG. Like, you know what is funny is because we
Yep,
redid it to THG, right? Because I think we were having this conversation,
yep,
right? And like I saw another like a grading company pop up, and it was
yeah,
another 3-letter acronym. I was like, these guys are so unoriginal. And then
yeah.
I saw our logo, and I was like,
Like,
oh
yeah, I was like,
well.
ah, shoot.
But at least we're not in the grading company. Like, we're
Yeah,
not grading companies. So, but
yeah.
like, if I was a grading company,
Switch it
like,
up.
yeah, switch it up.
Yeah,
Why is
yeah,
everything 3-letter? You know what I mean? Everything's 3-letter acronyms. It's crazy.
yeah. I don't know if they have interesting. Hmm.
See,
Yeah,
that's what I would like to look at. Like, let's get some numbers and like look at their pop report. If they don't have a pop report, that's kind of a
yeah.
negative for me. I know the CGC comic pop report's kind of trash.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't
Mm-hmm.
like it.
No, I actually hate it's very annoying.
Yeah,
Like,
it's very
yeah,
bad, right? I mean, it's also comics, but
right.
um, I would say PSA has the best pop report. But
Mm-hmm.
then I like SGCs too. I think SGC has a good one. Just
Mm-hmm.
PSA has the best one.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think they just started doing like the cards and stuff, so I'm sure it's coming.
yeah.
But like Pokemon, people went to them like right away.
But they were already grading that, right? They already was in flow
With
with
the
the CGC.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
Oh, they do have a pop report. Hmm. I don't know. I
Yeah,
just
nah,
not. I'm just not a
yo,
fan.
Shard, like it's funny because I was waiting for your comment after that because I'm like, I don't know if that a BGS with a registry. I don't know. Yeah, like whoever. Yeah, I don't think that'll be a thing.
How many numbers do you have to enter at SGC to look up a card?
Mm.
What do you mean?
Like to look up a like the cert number.
Oh, I don't ever look up certain numbers.
Like when you look up a card on SGC, how many numbers is it?
Like how much is being printed? I mean, being
No,
graded.
like so
Oh,
like
I see.
yeah.
There's I guess 6. I guess
Mhm.
maybe 7, 6.
Cause I'm just hitting that barcode on the back of
You said we
PSA.
scan at PSA.
Yeah, yeah, that's us. Yeah.
I don't do either of those. I just go to the website and look it up.
You don't hit the back of it like with your PSA. You don't just put your phone up to it.
For what? I use my
It's,
computer. If I want to look up a pop report, I just go in there and look what I'm looking for.
but it literally like is like you just put your phone up to the thing and it just
Yeah, I
pops
know
up.
it. Yeah, it goes there, but like I like to look at the actual report and look around at the sets and stuff. I don't look for like one specific card like
But you
that.
can do that from like once you go there, it just goes straight. You can go, you navigate right from it.
He
From
said I'm an
yeah, he
old head.
definitely is. Like
Yeah, I mean I'm not gonna do all that. I'm not.
no, it's simple. It's more simple. That's the point of it. It
No,
takes a
but I
second.
like to go there and I like to search it and I like to look through all of them and then
Well, this is talking about like if you were like looking up a card like that. That's what we talking about.
yeah,
Like
but I'm not gonna go grab my card and take a picture.
no, but even if you look like so, if you, for instance, if you want to look up a pop report for a specific card, it's
Yeah,
like you just, it's right. Like you just the
you
bar.
go grab your card and take a
Yeah,
picture of it.
it's like if I'm like so if I'm going to if I'm doing this, I just click this and then it's all right there. It's
All right, I
in
don't live
kind of
in a
like an order.
mansion, but like if I want to look up a card, I'm not gonna go all the way up to my office, go there, pull out the card, and then take a picture of it.
No, it's the intention of it. Like it's literally like you if you're next to your card, you just do it. That is literally quick. Like
I'm never that close to my card. I mean, they're up there. I'm not gonna go take it off the shelf and take a picture of it.
You don't take no, you don't take a picture of it. You
Well, I
just
know you use the QR code. I know
yeah,
you had to pull out your camera. That's what I mean.
yeah. And how long
Yeah,
that
but I'm
take?
not gonna go grab my card and do that.
No, Dylan, you're thinking of a scenario where you have to go grab your card. We're talking about like if it's like so for instance, like okay, let's think of a reason to do it. If you're at a car show, if you're at the national, right? You
Okay,
just
that
go
makes
to
sense.
that's what I'm
That makes
saying. Like
sense. Yeah, that
the
makes sense.
convenience of the car. We're not talking about where you have to go up
Yeah, okay,
to the
that makes more
office.
sense. Because you were
Yeah.
talking about us like every day and stuff like that. Like you use it all the time,
I do use it all the time. Like if
which
I'm
is crazy to me. I just look it up.
like because the thing is like I could like I even have a hotkey for PSA, but I'm still going to do this. I'm just going to do it quick because it's just all right there. Like I don't have to go and type in Black Knight or anything like that. You know,
Yeah,
so
I mean, it makes sense if you're buying in person. I should look at the comments. That makes way more sense. Like at the national, 100% makes sense. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I
CGC,
I was just like I'm always at my computer at my phone. I just type it in real quick. I'm not gonna go grab
yeah.
my card. That's what
Like
I thought
even
you were talking
like,
about.
but like even if like like so if you were if because it's really convenient. Like especially
No,
like if
no,
you
that
were
that part makes sense. I think it's great
yeah
branding. No, it makes 100% sense. I was just saying it's not something I use all the time because
yeah.
I'm not at card shows 24/7.
No, I mean, I use it in a lot of different scenarios for sure. Like
Yeah.
it works really well. And like even like so there's another thing on the iPhone that what makes it crazy too. And this works for anything, but just that new feature where you can highlight it from the picture, like and then you could just immediately like enter that cert number. Like I don't care what nobody say. PSA is fluid. Like that cert
All right.
lookup
Well,
is
can we talk
crazy.
about like you have to now? This makes sense because the reloaded one doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't find reloaded when you do the search because it's broken. But if you need the link, it's on FortniteCards.com. You go to the checklist for reloaded. We have the link up there, or you can scan the back of a reloaded card. That
Yep.
makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense there because since everything else is broken, takes you to eBay comps for that card. Well, you can go to check. You can click the link on our site too, and you can go straight to eBay to see what it's going for.
Yeah. There's all yeah.
Y'all call me old. I'm not old. God dang. I just didn't understand. I just didn't understand the where you were going with that. I was like, I don't ever scan my card.
yeah.
But I'm probably gonna be doing that at the national if we see some Fortnite cards.
Yeah, like I mean, and even like the is is great. Like, cause I was like, okay, if I don't have the card, being able to look, especially with PSA changing it to every single card gets a scan, that's crazy. I think that was something I was not expecting them to do to have a scan for every single card now, no matter the level.
Richard,
Pretty
you do
insane.
not have to go to Google to find it. You go to FortniteCards.com. Everything is at
By the
FortniteCards.com. Go to
way,
Reloaded.
it is an
Check
affiliate
the.
link, y'all. Just so y'all
No,
know.
this is not an affiliate link.
That one's not. No, oh, I thought you was talking about the pop report. I thought you was talking
Yeah,
about
he
the
said to
link.
find the
Yeah,
pop report, you have to go to Google. No, you just
yeah.
go to PSA pop report right here on Fortnite Reloaded. Click, bam, you're here.
Appreciate it, Dill.
Because I couldn't find it either. So like,
Yeah.
if you need to look for it, it's under Reloaded under the checklist.
I wanna.
But speaking of the national, I'll be at the national. We should definitely figure out how a whole bunch of us can meet up and do
Yeah.
trades so that you guys can show me how to scan your cards. Because I'd be down, and I'm gonna be looking. I'm gonna have my PSA cards back. I'll be down for some trades.
Yeah, I will know next week if I can go in there. I'm trying to pull a finesse of a lifetime right now. I will be in Orlando at that time, but I might be able to half this trip and pull it off. So it's looking good. So yeah, the national should be fun. National.
Can we see how many people visit our site every day and every month? Yes, I can. It's
Yeah.
900,000 million. Not really. But no, we can check that. I do watch that.
Yeah, no, for yo, dude, he not gonna know how to handle that.
I'm not gonna know how to handle what.
If that ever happened, like the kids that use card ladder, like they pulling up their comps. yo, he gonna get finessed. They'll be like, what the heck is
I'm not
going
gonna
on?
get finessed. I already get finessed in
Yo,
the Facebook group. I give
the
everything.
kids,
I have
listen,
everything cheap.
them kids are sharks, bro. They are no joke. Like
I
that,
believe it.
they are different. Leak the numbers.
leak the numbers. I don't have the numbers on me right this second, but they're always
It's
steady.
yes,
They're always
yes.
steady. Um,
Growth,
we're trying
growth
we're
for sure.
trying we're trying to build up even more traffic.
Yes.
So if you're using a checklist, please use FortniteCards.com because we're trying to like build the community as much as
Mhm.
possible. And like, there's a lot of crappy websites out there for cards
Yeah,
and stuff. So we're just trying to keep the hobby growing and like
yeah,
give Fortnite the best foot forward.
yeah.
Um, yeah, we definitely need to figure out how to meet at Chicago. Sharnak, are you gonna be there?
Oh, and Cleveland, we're gonna be in Charlotte, neck of the woods. Cleveland's gonna be great, by the way. That's 10 times easier for me. But yeah, Chicago and like Cleveland, we definitely gotta have the proper. We definitely gotta have the
Hmm.
proper one
Well,
for
we were
that.
talking about a
Yeah,
like a convention for Fortnite cards,
expo something. Yeah,
some kind of expo. We want to do that,
yeah,
but I think the hobby still needs to grow a little bit. But like,
mhm,
we can do events at like the national every year.
yeah.
Why not? I think that'd be
Like
kind
a
of cool.
car, like a trade show, stuff like that. I think it's definitely due for the community to get together for sure.
Wait, hold what or no, hold it for me. Don't listen to Black Ash, Daniel. You'll have three, Daniel. Just we'll talk about this, Daniel. Don't give any more to Black Ash. He needs to slow down,
Yo,
please.
Shard, listen. That that might be the move. Like, listen, we going Cleveland is gonna be fun. Not trying to pass Chicago coming up, but Cleveland is definitely gonna be fun.
Jules is the S3 front card over Midas. No.
No, no, no.
If I had to pick one card in Series 3 that could beat Midas, it'd be Focus. But hey, I've got like 15 of her. So
Yeah. Yeah, I think for me, the top three, and I know it is for
you
you
said
too,
no, dude.
is Midas Focus Elite Agent.
Yep. Midas Focus Elite Agent. I agree.
Shar said no, we pass in Chicago. That's the appetizer.
Focus in SGC 10. I have a hater over here, man. God.
Focus CGC 5.5.
I guarantee you, every focus you send to CGC is gonna get a pristine. That's what's gonna happen. Pop count says elite agent. Fact.
Oh, I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying. He's saying because we put the face card as Jules on the website. That's what he was saying. That's why he
Oh
asked.
no, I
It was to show different things.
yeah, because
Yeah,
like, what did I put here? Let me put up on here. I mean, Hush is one of my favorites. But I didn't
that,
want to keep blowing up aura. You know what I mean? Because y'all know I'm a big aura collector. So I was trying to get. I don't even have any jewels at all.
yeah.
Reloaded. This was the best card for Reloaded to put up there.
Mhm.
I was just trying to show something different. I didn't put
Yeah.
Black Knight because everyone sees Black Knight. Um, so
Hey,
maybe I'll switch these
Richard,
out, but it wasn't for any specific reason.
Richard said put Moisty.
I'm not putting Moisty. I want people to keep collecting. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Just joking.
Dang,
Just
nah.
joking. I could put some Peelies up there.
Richard,
But
what's your guess for the grade you got though? What do you think you got?
oh, it is all women. Dang, you're right.
Well, you do have 5 girls. It was just representation.
Mm. But there's not enough diversity up here. We got to be diverse. All right, what are some male skins I should put up here? Should I replace some of these?
Chaos Agent.
Is he male though? Is he even human?
I think he's male.
I don't know. He's not. He has 3 fingers. He's not even
they
human.
have they have the Black Adam emote shows which one it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. You can't play with female. All right, I'm gonna put some male skins up there. I don't know for which one. Fill up put some comments or something. Tell me tell me which ones y'all think I should put up here for Series 1, Series 2, Series 3, and
Oh,
Reloaded.
you could do Guff for Series 3. That would be dope.
Oh, Guff would be cool for Series 3. Maybe I'll replace that. Yeah, I mean, some of these are. I mean, she wasn't on the top 50 list. Hush was. Reloaded. I don't think Calamity was on the top 50 either.
Yeah, she was, right? I can't remember.
Dill, we're not going there, man. We're not going there. Diversity. We're all about diversity here. What Merman looks like. He said Chaos Agent is a thing. I
Just
agree.
say sorry. But,
He said,
but
"Sorry, wrong show." Yo, Boxy actually has people that wear them sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, I've seen people wear Boxy,
Boxy,
but
yeah. Yo, Richard, yo, Richard PC is funny, bro. Moisty teeth, man cake, big mouth. He's like,
yeah,
oh, okay. So Dylan likes like the monsters besides man cake. Which now I can't. Who said that about man cake? Now I can't even say it the same way anymore. After somebody said it when we was
said
talking
what?
about man cake, like he was like, that's a wild name, and I can't unhear it. Like, he's like, I can't
I
unhear it,
never
bro.
saw that. Did someone put that in the
Yeah,
comments?
we was talking about. Remember when we was having that debate about where he would fall, like compared to
Yeah,
like
and I kept
Philly.
saying that he's gonna
Yeah,
be.
when we was having that
Is
conversation,
that what
somebody
made
said,
you agree with me?
"What is that what they're?"
Is that what turned you off from Man Cake? You were like
I
all gung ho for Man Cake, and then someone says the
I did
name.
say it made it weird, bro. It did make it weird because I can't unhear it now.
All right, is it weirder than me leaving the screen on that dude's belly button for
Not
like
even
10
close.
minutes?
Not even like it was something just left it. I'm like, oh, this ain't gonna end in a minute, right?
Man's Cake. He said, "Oh, never mind. I don't like Man Cake anymore." Dang, you
Yeah,
guys are
yeah.
savages.
That
Man's
was
Cake.
like,
No, that's wild as heck.
all right, Richard.
Okay. All
All
right.
right,
All
all
right. All
right,
right.
all right, all
It's
right.
getting late. We
Yeah.
got 20 people. It's
See,
12:20. If you guys have some suggestions, leave them in the comments for what cards y'all want on the homepage for taking high ground. I'll take it into consideration. No man cakes. But leave some comments and I'll figure out how to replace these. Get some male skins up there, maybe. We appreciate you all hanging out with us tonight.
my
Um,
goodness.
like, subscribe, share. Anything else, Rob?
Yeah. No, that was great. Yeah, this was a great episode. Definitely enjoyed this one.
THG After Dark. All right, man. We'll catch you guys later.
Oh my